Oh, what up, Spitter? Oh, uh, you can open it.
Sorry, I didn't understand. Sorry, I don't understand.
You want to just go?
If you just asked to snooze an alarm, there aren't any going off at the moment.
Mm-hmm. All right. What it do? What it don't? What it is? What it ain't? You already know the deal. We are live reacting to the Xbox Game Showcase plus Outer Worlds 2 Direct. What up, Spitter?
Here for that too.
Wait, what'd you say?
I have to be for the Outer Worlds too.
I mean, that's a part of it. Just like the Call of Duty Direct last year and the Starfield Direct before that.
Somebody fix that.
It's the new Fallout 76 update.
The fish.
Yeah, because that's more important than shooting.
So instead of me freezing the what you call to get cool shots, I can just fish.
How is that not better?
Do I fish in real life?
I don't know why. I bought you a fishing pole.
Now people are lying.
But when
You
have I
ain't
ever
never
lied?
went fishing.
Wait, I've never went fishing.
I ain't never heard you say you went fishing. I ain't never seen no picture of you catching a fish. So
I really
you
don't
ain't
have
go
any
fishing.
pictures. That's the crazy part.
Exactly. So
I go with my dad.
hey, I said what I said. Where's the fish you caught? That's the only proof. Exactly. No proof. Be lying.
But what are your expectations for the show? Anything you looking forward to?
Only thing I can say is Killer Instinct. That's it. Besides that, I don't know. They might show. I feel like they're gonna show the Gears Reloaded
Yeah, they got
just
to.
to show it.
Game come out in 2 months.
Exactly. So that's the only thing I can say. Maybe they might show some more, another sneak peek of Gears E-Day when they're showing the Reloaded. But besides that, I don't know. They might probably shadow drop all the Call of Duties. I can see, I don't know.
I need that World at War. Honestly, I want a remaster. I want the full remaster treatment for that.
That's what they gonna do when it all when it really falls down. That's what they gonna do.
And it all falls down.
Cause that's all they do. When they know they about to go under, they try to drop some
you know,
nostalgia.
Call of Duty is in the best place it's ever been, thanks to Xbox. Shout out Xbox. We had a moment with Black Ops 6 where we was like, maybe Call of Duty is back, and then all the Call of Duty stuff started happening.
They just added Microsoft to it, but Microsoft not doing anything. Activision is still doing the same stuff they've been doing, which is finessing.
See, I was every Xbox show I always say we need to see Wu-Tang, but now we saw Wu-Tang at the last show, so I'm like, damn. What else do I have? I do want to see Contraband though. I'm hoping Contraband is here. I don't think it is here, but I'm just gonna put it out there. We need to see Contraband. But knowing that they doing those deals with third-party developers again, like they did with Platinum and Ninja Gaiden 4, I just want to see what other partnerships they might have. Maybe we get maybe the Outriders developers, People Can Fly, are bringing back Brute Force. Let's go.
That would be great.
There was rumors that we're gonna be getting a Sunset Overdrive remaster.
For what? For PlayStation?
For Xbox and PlayStation, and possibly Switch as well. Technically, Xbox still has some kind of thing with them. With that IP.
I thought PlayStation owned that shit.
I thought that too, but according to the rumors, Xbox is gonna be publishing it, and they're using a third party to remaster it. So Insomniac really is not doing anything.
Real quick.
Here. But yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm just excited to see that Game Pass logo. That's where it all. It's all about that Game Pass logo. Just seeing all the Game Pass games come into Game Pass. I want to see something new from an indie or third party on the level of Expedition 33. I saw something that's supposed to be announced today that looked pretty live, and I'm excited that Xbox got that, but I'm not gonna spoil it here. Forza Horizon 6. I don't think it's gonna be here, but I really hope it is. Let me see. Everwild, I think it's time for that to pull up. Sea of Thieves has been popping for almost 10 years now. It's time for Everwild to finally make an appearance. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for now. Oh, and Halo. But that's all for real. 35 seconds. Why does it sound like someone's snoring? Tag. We might have more people coming in. We'll see. All right, hold on. Let me full screen. My bad. Oh, we starting with ooh. We starting with ooh. Oh wait, this ain't what I thought it was.
Do you think I'd care?
10:27,
that the
I think.
colony is in disarray?
That might be
We
the
didn't come to arcade
release
here to
date.
get bogged down in pointless warfare. We came to spread freedom and liberate resources for profit. But this pesky Earth Directorate agent is mucking things up. They're not alone in doing so. And they think they can just choose how things play out. They could stop us from stealing the Protectorate's brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share. What if this stranger aligned with the Order and that world computer of theirs? That could be the key to closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So, you see why this menace must be wiped from the face of existence. Or, better yet, brought to our side through the power of capitalism. Now, let's get out there and buy our way to victory!
I'm yearning and yearning for you.
The Fallout vibes is going crazy right now.
Where are you watching it on?
Twitch on Xbox's channel.
I think YouTube is faster.
YouTube? Since when did that start happening?
Unless my shit is.
I'm still leaving for now.
Ooh, what you call? You get a snowboard or a skateboard? Oh shit! What's this game again?
Outer Worlds
With
2?
the faces as guns? No, the faces as guns. See,
Wait,
I'm ahead of you.
oh,
That-
you way ahead of me then. That's crazy. Hold on. Twitch, count your days. You had one job. Oh, hold on.
What's the gun with the faces?
High on Life.
Yeah, you got a skateboard.
Bro, chill. Alright, I'm sorry, but I gotta move over to YouTube because that's crazy. Are you on Xbox channel?
Yeah. No, I'm on the Game Awards channel. My
Oh
bad.
shit. Okay. Let me see. Alright, what are you seeing right now?
He was in like a.
I've just been
well,
so
They
depressed
showing
lately.
like two
You know, it
On the
fix
couch?
everything.
blue.
Humans
Yeah.
Bro, this is in-game footage? Hold on. This is wild.
Bro, you gonna have to rewatch it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going. Damn. Can't believe it. Bro, this about to be wild. And you got a parry?
Prince of Persia.
You still ahead of me. What the fuck?
Oh no, I'm just. Wait, what are you watching right now? Are you
I'm still
seeing,
on
like,
High on
a-
Life.
Humans are
Oh,
barely
yeah,
sentient.
you're-
Scientists have
What
done
is going
studies, and their
on?
brains are like half the size of ours.
Nah, yeah, I'm watching it on the what you call showcase. I'm watching it on the Game Awards on
All right,
YouTube.
sorry. Let me.
I think that one's faster than the Xbox one.
Okay. Let me see if Twitch Summer Game Fest. Oh hell nah, they gotta be watching that. I'm ruining this shit. My bad. I'm ruining it. Crazy. Alright. Oh, damn. I just missed Plague Tale. Alright, where were you at? Where you at?
Yeah, I'm watching your shit. We're the same.
Okay. How is Xbox behind Summer Game Fest. It is they damn sure. Like,
It's about to be there. What you call?
new controller, new hand. Oh, yeah, it's a handheld for sure. Yeah, that's that Keenan. Already? Just throwing it out there, okay. That hoe about to be $800.
What if they show Steve?
So if they show what? The fact that
What
they
if
show
they show
Hollow Knight
Steve?
Silk Song, we about to get a shadow drop on Hollow Knight.
What if they show like Steve coming to Xbox here?
There's gonna be some kind of crazy announcement with Windows, PC, and Xbox because they've been updating something where Xbox games are being shown, like your Xbox console games are being shown on the Xbox PC app.
Ally Rock, Ally X.
At Xbox, we strive to put the player first. And that's what you've seen from us over the years. We've led the industry with backward compatibility. We championed crossplay and cross-progression.
They
We
about to
delivered
meme her
Game Pass,
after this.
first on console, then on PC, and with cloud gaming. So what's next? How can we give you even more freedom, more choice, more ways to play? Our next step is to unify your gaming no matter where you buy or play. So we're building an Xbox experience designed for players, not locked to a single store or tied to one device. The Xbox Ally is an Xbox you can hold in your hands, bringing together the power of Xbox and the freedom of Windows. On this Xbox, you can play games across your entire library, including all the Windows PC game stores, from Xbox and Battle.net to Steam, GOG, and Ubisoft Connect. And the highly anticipated Hollow Knight Silk Song will be available at launch and in Game Pass when the Ally releases later this year. In fact, every new game you see in today's show will be playable on the Xbox Ally. We have always wanted you to have the unique experience of Xbox on any screen. That's why we're investing in Xbox Play Anywhere. Whether you're playing on console, PC, smart TV, or any Windows handheld like the new Xbox Ally, the Xbox experience roams with you. Your library, progression, friends, and achievements. There are over 1,000 Xbox Play Anywhere games on Xbox today. And every new game you see in today's show, from our partners and our studios, is Xbox Play Anywhere. And because it's Xbox, you can always have access to Game Pass with a diverse lineup of games from the biggest franchises to critically acclaimed indie hits. This is the freedom we believe players should have. Any game, anywhere. And we are giving it our all every day to make this vision real. But it all comes back to the games. From Dead to Rights on the original Xbox to Armored Core 6,
Did she just say
our
Dead to
relationship
Rights?
with Bandai Namco Entertainment has stood the test of time.
Just said that.
We
I know
both
she didn't
believe
just name
in bringing
drop Dead to
amazing
Rights.
experiences to players around the world, and their next game
Bandai
does
Namco.
exactly that.
Tales
From
of-
Rebel Wolf Studios,
It's oh.
this is a story-rich
Oh,
action
okay.
RPG steeped in dark fantasy that I can't wait for you to explore.
Rich.
Thank you, and enjoy the
RPG?
rest of the show.
This the Witcher, like, or the people who left CD Projekt Red. They're making their own kind of Witcher vampire game.
Monsters have always been here.
What's
Watching
with
from the
Xbox and
shadows.
vampires?
And when we were at our
Redfall,
weakest,
Blade, this
they came out into the
they,
light.
they like showing vampires, bruh.
Vamp Anthem.
We feared for our lives.
Playboy Cardi
We
fans.
should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead. Their worst nightmare.
So he a fake Blade.
He a white Blade.
1780 Blade.
Trapped between the two worlds. Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all.
He is out there watching, seeping into you, growing.
This looks like the story gonna be good. This looks like the story might be good. Dawn Walker?
Damn, that PS5 logo, bruh.
Xbox Play Anywhere. That whole not on Game Pass.
World premiere.
Okay, world premiere. We like to see that. We like to see that.
Premiere. Oh shit. They're doing it.
Let's go.
They're doing it.
Wait. Oh.
Whoa.
Wait.
Whoa.
Don't- Oh, hey, that was
Meat.
no way they tricked
Hey, they
us.
got you. Yeah, they got you. They got it.
Oh,
He
a
about to have his own
3D,
game.
3D Super Meat Boy.
Okay. They getting closer.
Yo, oh, this about. I already know. I hope this in Game Pass because I'm about to be raging.
Super Meat Boy 3D.
Not on Game. Oh, in Game Pass. It's in the bottom left corner now.
All Twitter gonna be like, it's gonna say PS5 on everything.
Hey, Xbox Game Studios. Let's see what we got. State of Decay 3. Let's go. This is not State of Decay 3 at all.
Killer Instinct.
Oh wait. Oh, this is Ninja Gaiden.
Watch
No,
your
this
back.
ain't. This is not no Ninja Gaiden. Oh no, it has to be.
You're a wanted criminal now.
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden.
I'll kill the Dark Dragon myself. It's my mission. My duty as a Raven Ninja.
Breaking the Dark Dragon free has its consequences.
Is that Young Wesker?
This is it.
Bro, this game was so wild.
Sayori,
Ryu, there's something I need your help with.
What's up with everybody doing dual protagonists? Bayonetta 3, Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden, Spider-Man 2.
Flesh out. They want you to be able to have different movesets.
The Dark Dragon is mine.
October 21st, got the date.
Xbox Play Anywhere. Play it day one on Game Pass.
Damn, that hell gonna be around the day Call of Duty. Okay, but that's the is it the world premiere?
Why did you say that like it matters?
Oh, okay. Indiana Jones DLC, I'm guessing.
I still haven't played this game.
here we go.
Good luck, Indy.
What are you doing, Joe?
adventure begins. If they about to have what's his name?
This is where it starts.
I don't want to start nothing again.
Beneath the streets of Rome.
I know who you talking about though.
Enter the city of Antioch.
I feel like they're gonna probably do something.
Find the secret relic.
I think that's like everybody's favorite.
Bring it back to the Holy See. Defend the secret. They worshipped the giants.
September 4th.
If they start adding, that's live.
World premiere.
World premiere.
Let's see. What could they possibly
Killer
show?
Instinct.
They would have said Xbox Game Studios.
この国に輪廻の獣が現れた。
Wasn't a Sasquatch?
Spellbound.
輪廻の獣は汚れを吐き、あらゆる生物を蝕んだ。
Game Freak!
Oh shit.
Game Freak! This is that game that they had teased. The frame rate's still bad, even though they got all this hardware. Count your...
That shit looks so bad.
But at least the game looked good.
They probably go get it together by the time it drops. But this whole does not.
Hey, all I'm gonna say, if the next Pokemon after Legends don't look good, I'm about to smack these dudes.
2026年、人類は滅亡を待つのみ。
I don't think you want to fuck with Game Freak. I think they on different timelines. And they got Nintendo to back them up. This is gonna be a Souls-like, man. Decade of Souls-like games. Like
I don't think this was Souls-like. This one looked more like just a regular action game.
お前こそが輪廻の獣を滅ぼす刃となる。
Bro, she growing stuff. It's a Souls-like. Come on now.
And it's on Game Pass? Bro, Game Freak in Game Pass is crazy. They be do. Hey, I will never forgive Game Freak. Now I'm not giving them the benefit of the doubt anymore. These
Xbox Game
motherfuckers-
Studios, Killer Instincts. My heart.
Oh, okay, okay.
The glittering
okay.
streets of
I'm
Avalon
ready.
sure do shine. Because they suit their filth down to us.
Yeah, you paid for it. Thanks for a paper.
$18.95 the tank.
Here's to playing in the mud.
My boys in exile.
Life here ain't for the
Everybody
soft-hearted.
You will be paying me back until you
Hey, look at his
fucking
hair.
rust.
It ain't for the spineless.
Keep your filthy pickers off me.
And it sure as shite ain't for the decent.
That's a clean sweep for what
There has been a crime! Justice itself has been affronted! I have been burgled!
Lord Griswick.
Burgled!
Yes, I got that part. Do you know anyone who might wish you ill?
Wait, did it say $18.95?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is this robot?
Bean pump.
$18.95 into the future?
We can't arrest and question everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down a bit.
They were,
Trust your instincts, sir.
tall.
Yes, sir.
Built rather slim, well, muscular. Mm-hmm. Was very quick.
Okay, this is your this is your
With a
RPG
mustache.
stuff.
No, larger.
I see.
Oh, you're
Quite
making your...
fashionable.
no, this
That's the fiend who robbed me.
They got my good side this time.
So you're already
Breaking in
wanted?
is the easy part.
Your brandy, sir.
Getting away with it is the real trick.
Okay, we got some traversal
gold,
parkour, hopefully.
worthless, and
So you about to
dull,
steal stuff and you gotta
just
get away,
like
okay?
you. Now,
Co-op?
I have a customer. How can I help you?
I'd rather talk to you, Errol. Sounds like I'll get a better deal.
You talk to me first, and him never. Got it?
Uncle's a bit touchy, ain't he, Errol?
Touchy? I say I'm touchy! There. Anything else you'd care to say to Errol? Brains. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
Round here, it's all sharp edges.
I like
empty
that they're not
pockets,
even showing the time travel stuff.
and blood on the cobbles. Goodbye, Silas.
No, no! I'll hurt you, you fucking meatsack! I'll leave you with a pissing pan of peaches!
You'd either got a gang at your back or a knife in it.
We're a family here. Family takes care of its own.
Can't put a price on that, can you?
Them's in charge. They don't keep order. They keep power.
Take this thing into the crucible and melt it.
They just want us beaten, broken, and too scared to fight back.
I don't want to kill him!
That's why it pays to be clever and well-armed.
Okay, customization. Let's go.
Let's go and end a few arguments.
Hey, this trailer, bruh. This trailer, they killed this all.
Don't get cocky. They've
You
got a
gotta
weapon
dash.
far worse. Time.
Yeah, there we go. The time travel.
And if they can rewrite history,
So basically, what
They
the
can
things that you
rewrite
do in the
us.
past, when you go back to the future,
But
the
look who
choices
just
you make,
found Mummy's
you'll see all the
keys.
consequences.
now I can fiddle with time. Put the bullet back in the barrel. Bring the chaos to a crawl. Take a mistake and make it like it never happened.
Bruh, with the
We can
Prince of
change
Persia
the world
rewatch?
as we know
Oh,
it.
yeah, bro, this shit about to be peak.
One choice at a time. And I can even go back and change the past to change the future. And let me tell ya, the hunters don't like it when the rabbits got the gun.
Bro, this is about to be, hey, this is about to be crazy.
If they could pull this off, this is about to be.
This is from the makers of Wasteland. So I at least trust that their choices and consequences be like they be on point with that. But now they got the gameplay to back it up.
Now let me alone and
Come on,
piss
not do
off.
time again.
Come
At
in.
least give a year. Oh no, bro. Y'all show way
Game
too
Pass,
much.
that's all I need to hear. That's all I worry about.
Bro, I can't.
That
Our
was great.
creative teams
That was the
are
best
game. I can't wait.
I ain't
dedicated
gonna
to
lie.
bringing
No, Dave is
players
crazy, though.
award-winning,
That was the best thing they had to
record-breaking,
go. That was
critically
wild.
acclaimed games. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision, Doom, The Dark Ages from Bethesda, Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred from Blizzard, and Avowed from Xbox Game Studios. All of our teams across Xbox First Party are shipping their most played games ever, and they're also delivering more content than ever before. From original single-player experiences to vast online worlds, our teams are empowered to build the games they've always dreamed of.
Clockwork
We want our
Revolution
players to have the
looked
choice
crazy.
and flexibility of where and how they
I
play
don't
the
even
games
need
our
Fallout
teams make.
after
So
that.
of course,
Bruh,
our
it
games
was
will be
literally a
available
bro,
day
imagine if
one
they have the
in
what you
Game
call
Pass,
slow motion
and
bats.
every new game we make
Bruh,
for both
it's a comic
Xbox
cry.
consoles and PC will be
But
Xbox
regardless,
Play
that hoe's still
Anywhere.
live.
On behalf of our creative teams,
'Cause
thank
it's your
you.
Nah,
These
that was wild.
experiences don't
That was a good
stop
trailer.
when you put down the controller.
Bro, the
As
trailer,
you've
like,
seen in recent years,
I already knew the game was
more
gonna be
and
live,
more
but that
of our
trailer,
characters,
they put that
stories,
shit
and worlds
together.
are
They put that
expanded
shit on,
to
I ain't
brand
gonna
new
lie.
audiences through TV
bruh.
and film. A Minecraft movie and the Fallout TV series broke records and brought millions of players into the game. We have more projects in the works as gaming continues to influence film and television like never before. When it comes to growing new franchises, Obsidian is having a year like no other. From launching a
Grounded
blockbuster new
2?
game like
Grounded 2?
Avowed to the upcoming release of The Outer Worlds 2 this October. Obsidian is always delivering great
You gonna
games,
play The
and they
Outer
have
Worlds
a third game
Yeah, for
launching this year.
Are you gonna play
You'll
it,
get to
play
go
it,
deeper on it in our direct.
It depends
But
on
until
what
then,
Nintendo
let's take a
got
look.
later this year.
Okay.
World premiere.
Is that licensed? Is that copyrighted? That
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I told you, you can't
Grounded
run from
2.
me, you foul beast.
We did it! Oh my god!
How do you even know this is Grounded 2?
Because of the show. This is
Ride anything.
Oh, it was in that one?
yeah.
So he's about to be in this
Breaking
one.
news. There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a
Bro, we about to have a
ceremony
whole park this
commemorating
time,
the
not just a
2-year
backyard.
anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will and left to fight for their survival in the backyard of a deranged scientist. Formerly evil company Ominent Practical Technologies
evil.
was set to dedicate a statue of the 4 teenagers, fast food science robot Burgle, and Dr. Tully when an explosion erupted. Dr. Tully and the teenagers' current
Oh, so these niggas about to be small again.
Are we about to be in the streets? Hold on, bro. I want to know what we about to do. Oh, bro, it's finally happened. This summer? Please don't lie to me, bro. Bro, Obsidian is going crazy. Avowed, Grounded 2, and Outer Worlds in the same year? Oh my god, bro. This is my dream, bro. You can, oh my god. Let's fucking go, bro. July 29th?
Damn.
Let's go!
God damn. That hoe about to drop.
This is already the best show, bro. It's already the best show.
The
Oh.
predecessor, ND3500, reached. Accessing predecessor's travel log. Attempting data salvage.
I have encountered an unprecedented orphan. It was in a state of suppressed recomposition.
The behavior pattern of the orphans populating the area is highly unusual. They become exceptionally aggressive.
It is highly recommended to proceed with caution.
They seem to act more consistently, in coordination.
Destroying the nest is now a priority.
Such is our calling.
Such is our calling.
No Game Pass, but that's alright. Bethesda, what they got? No, it's not a world premiere. They always start with it. Elder Scrolls Online. Alright, time for the boring part of the show. Pets? Do they not already have pets? I wouldn't know. feel like if I ever just sat down and played this, I would get into it. I just never do.
Actually, not having your tip on the board. Making the
World premiere.
World. It always say down.
Nah, it was only saying PS5. It said PS5 and PS4.
Oh yeah, it's an old ass game.
Mayday! Mayday!
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
Hold
That
on
shit
to
funny.
mission control. We're falling.
Let's go, Mass Effect.
There's no time.
This is what you call
Evacuate now.
Starfield.
Thomas, come in.
Ariane, you sacrificed everything for a new world to save mankind.
Don't
And I'll
nod.
always love
Okay.
you for that.
What they got this time?
They could be acting like he just be knowing all these companies. Stop lying.
This is the Life is Strange studio.
So it's gonna be one of them type of games.
I mean, they've been making a bunch of
They're
different
on Death
types.
Stranding. Oh shit. Okay.
This is just Jusant 2 in space.
The music making it loud. I'm not gonna lie.
You ain't gonna hear it in game. It's gonna be
Exactly.
quiet as hell.
It's gonna be some thriller music. Not gonna make this jump.
Thomas, wherever you are, I'll find you.
I feel like this game is gonna be hated on at the beginning.
Bruh, I was like, I wish I could see the comments right now because I already know what's gonna be in that bitch.
Bruh, and everybody gonna like it. That look like one of the. Why does it look
Okay.
like what you call it?
They gonna have
Is
some.
this either Lost Planet or.
It's the same game.
Oh, never mind.
Is they gonna have some action in it
Whoa, did you hear that? Was that Godzilla?
too?
Or was
Game
that one of
Pass.
the
Okay.
however you say the name from Alien. I don't know how to say the name.
Xenomorph.
Xenomorphs.
World premiere.
World premiere.
Premiere.
Xbox Game Studio. Oh.
Welcome to England, Mr. David. I know this
Bully.
must be a shock, having
Yeah,
never
you
met your
chill.
real father. But he
It
left
better
you
not be another
versatile in
cat.
his will.
Oh,
It's
never
been
mind,
in your
okay.
family for generations. Much
Just
like
because
the
you got a
Katic.
cat, that's hilarious. He's scared.
A little eccentric. You'll see.
Let me welcome you to the grand.
Okay.
A hotel famous across the land.
Xbox, don't you know you can't show games with two black people back to back?
Such high demand. Your wish I'll command.
Are those Pokemon? Pokeballs? Oh shit! Why he just pull out a gun like that? Why he just pull out a gun like
Some
that?
renovations. Would you like some help with
This is a lot different than the Power Wash Simulator I know.
So my father was
So you
renovating
making the
when he
hotel?
disappeared.
Not
You
just the
renovating the
hotel.
hotel?
And they got a
He
story.
was helping the entire village. You have his power tools. You know, you could pick up where he left off. You seem like a
This
good man.
that LCD game.
Yeah.
I'm in. They don't suspect a thing.
Just make sure the locals don't get wind of what you're
Okay,
really
got
up to.
puzzles.
Because if they find out, they will wicker man your ass.
You keep looking into things, and things are gonna start looking back. Don't make the same mistake your father made. In this place,
Okay.
the
I
only
kinda
one
like
you can
this.
really trust
It's more, yeah. It's like if you took Power Wash Simulator and added some adventure to it.
And they got music too. They could pull it off and it's good. This look good. Oh, they steal it from Luigi's Mansion? Oh shit.
There are no ghosts at the Grand. Game Pass. You know what? I'm gonna have to try that out.
Oh, that's the
Wait,
first one that didn't say PS5.
Is he a priest?
That's literally the first game that didn't say PS5.
Xbox Game Studio. Okay, what we got? What we got?
Killer Instinct,
What
please.
we got?
Fighting game, please.
There are as many gods in the
Y'all need a fighting game.
Oh,
now.
Age of
Come on now.
Mythology.
in the heavens.
Oh,
And
God.
when we need their help, they send us a
Xbox, y'all
hero.
need your own fighting
Who
game.
would have guessed the defender of my
DC?
homeland could be my daughter?
Y'all need a good fighting game. In game.
She unlocked the heavenly spear, but is she worthy?
They need to bring back Jade Empire.
Bruh.
Jade Empire?
I was just thinking about that.
That game was live. That game was hard too.
I still have not been able to get to touch this game because of all the games that's been out. Yeah, I know I'm gonna have to invest actual time into this shit. I haven't even played Civilization 7 and I bought that shit for $70.
If the heavenly spear is mine.
Everyone say he don't got
Oh, I think this is that one. If I remember the studio name. If it is, this one's about to go crazy. Yeah, this the one, bro.
누가 허락하는가?
Alright, watch this, bro.
만약 이 결정이 패권 국가의 특정 정치 집단의 이익을
Tell me you
저해한다.
already know about this game. Is this Brute Force?
당신의 특정 행동이 대중의 의사결정에 영향을 미칠 수 있으며 반대로 누군가는 당신의 의사결정에 영향을 주려 한다는 것을 인지할 때 자신만의 온전한 입장을 세울 수 있지 않을까? 당신의 입장은 온전한 본인의 판단인가?
Japanese Gears of War?
그렇게 믿고 있거나 믿고 싶을 뿐.
Oh shit. Ain't that an actor? This in Korea?
Yeah.
당신은 무엇 때문에 분노하는가? 당신의 분노는 스스로 결정한 것인가?
Mary Jane with the stun gun.
Bro, this hoe looks live.
I knew about this game before it got a name. It was called Project TH or something like that, and it looked crazy.
Oh no. Hold on. They running fast. No, I'm good.
지정태. 지정태.
Boudin.
Oh, so you what you call two?
Not on
I
Game
need to see more of
Pass,
this game.
but
I need to see more of this game. That hoe look good. I'm not gonna lie.
we got Wo Long, Mudang, Wu Chang, Wu Tang.
Did you say Wulong?
Yes.
Wulang.
Wait, a second game? Planet of Lana 2?
Novo. Te che mai te mana. Mui te una nite waiora. Dia novo tua libemo iwa lotaname. Ona otalima di efema. Te ona ami. Toma tua calio terali.
Is she going to other planets now?
Like the first game that inspired games like this.
Flashback is the first one, and then Limbo was like the spiritual successor that started all of these new ones.
Cause I see every year they're making a new game that's like this, and most of the time they're good. They go.
Game Pass.
That was-
Nintendo Switch.
That's the first one that said Nintendo Switch.
Bethesda.
But these guys need to make a fighting game. Come on now. Let's go.
More Fallout 76. We already saw them fishing at the beginning.
Let me go put my clothes in the dryer.
Well, hello there. Beautiful day
Hey, if
to
they
relax
add that
by the
to
old
this,
fishing hole.
oh,
Wouldn't
man,
you say?
I'll be mad, 'cause then I'll have to
When it
play.
comes to fishing, Appalachia is a land
this is what they were
aswim
pretty much
with
doing
opportunity.
in the beginning.
Yes, you'll find fish of all flavors in every walk of waterway, from its mightiest of rivers to its humblest of ponds. Just step up to the bank, cast your line, and when your bobber starts bobbing, reel in the rewards.
Can I use bats on the fish?
What do you got on there, Jed?
Worms!
And how are they biting today?
See for yourself.
Bagging the big fish starts with finding the right tools for the job. There are as many unique combinations of rods, reels, bobbers, and baits as there are fish in the sea. And when you've caught your fill, pop over to the local tackle shop to swap fish tails.
Can you smell that? No matter what troubles plague the future wastelands of Appalachia, you can always find comfort in cozy little joys like this. You just gotta know where to look. Vault Life is your ticket to easy living. Design and build your own little slice of paradise. A place to show off all
Wait,
the bits
you can
and
build your
bobs you
home?
collect in your
Or
travels.
I thought maybe
Got
you
a
could
green
already do
thumb?
that. Maybe I'm tripping.
Plant your own peaceful vegetable garden. And nothing warms the heart.
Oh, they got farming
like a
now? Yeah, I
neighborhood
might be in.
cookout.
Ah, community makes a
Neighborhood
wasteland
cookout.
a waste home. Join today, and tomorrow you'll be kicking back and sharing a meal with friends in beautiful Appalachia.
How did that shit turn white? Gone fishing. That's not a good
World
thing.
premiere.
That's not a good thing to put gone fishing. Nah, that's not good.
It's fishing or vision.
Like I said.
Hills of.
Oh shit! Fighting game.
Wait, solo leveling? Let's go.
You get to make your own player.
Nah, you playing as the main character.
So for me to play this, I'll have
Oh,
to
4-player co-op. Hold on. But everyone's playing the same character.
It doesn't look like it. Somebody had to go. Somebody had to go.
Xbox PC is that's crazy. Oh, it says Xbox Series. Okay, in 2026.
World premiere.
Premiere. Killer Instinct.
Paw Prince Studio. Starfy. Dokev? All Power World 2?
What in the fuck is this?
Where's Chuck to say that this is the best thing he's seen?
He smacked. Nah. Wait, so you turned into your.
Okay, hold on. Let's see some fighting. Does he have a knife? Oh, hold on a second. Okay, hold on. Why is this just Dokev, but even the music sounds like Dokev? Animo.
Nintendo looking at this right now like.
Another come up I see.
Excuse you?
Hey, you can play as the Pokemon in Mystery
Hey, what's
Dungeon.
up, everyone? It's Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I just want to say thanks to
Oh,
everyone
man.
for all the
His
love and
name is
support
Tony Hawk
we've
Pro
seen
Skater now?
since we announced Tony Hawk's Pro Skater
out to
3
this
and
guy.
4 a few months ago. These games have changed my life.
My name
But
is
more
Tony
than
Hawk
that,
Pro
I've seen
Skater.
them help
That's his
spread
real
a love
name
and
now.
appreciation for skating all over the world, and that means everything to me and the team. I can't wait for you all to
One of the
experience
most
the
popular
games.
skateboarders
It's
had his
been
own
rebuilt
games.
with
That's
so
crazy.
much care and attention to detail, with some brand new parks, new music, new skaters, and more.
Did you see
can
the
enjoy it
soundtracks?
all with your friends with up to 8 players in multiplayer.
Bruh, they got like Denzel
Tony Hawk's
Curry
Pro Skater 3
Ultimate.
and 4
They
officially
got
drops July 11th.
they
We have
got
lot more
a
surprises
bunch
to
of
come.
like
Check out
really
the
good
launch trailer
songs.
now.
Yeah.
Makes sense. They better have Master Chief in this bitch. Activision presents. That's the first time they showed that. Who's anticipated this for this? Oh yeah, this is on Game Pass. Hey, this on,
Yeah,
this is on
Game Pass.
I'm play this for one day. Or this might be my like. I don't want to do nothing, so I'm just. Everybody knows.
But
this game.
4 was the one with the adventure mode. It wasn't underground, but it was that was the first step before underground came out.
Bruh, if you can make it go back to like it looking old, that would be wild.
Yeah, like the Halo Master Chief. Is that?
Oh shit, that was wild.
Bro, this is like one of my favorite songs from Pro Skater 3. Oh, let's go!
That's wild. Oh shit. They would add him.
Play the demo.
Play the demo today. They really added the nigga from
Nintendo
Doom?
Switch 2.
That's wild.
First Nintendo Switch 2 logo.
World premiere.
Premiere. Killer Instinct.
If you don't say Xbox Game Studio after.
Hey, please. Let me just start saying fighting game. Let me just start saying that.
This is a fighting
What
game.
in the Inuyasha is this?
From the creator. Wait, these niggas just dropped a game. This is the 33 Immortals team.
Look like it.
A Metroidvania?
Hold on.
Okay, they got cards. Is it about to be a deck builder Metroidvania? You gotta make choices, or you gotta make dialogue options during the fucking fight. That's live. Yeah, that looked live. Game Pass coming 2026. Yeah. Xbox Game Studio. What we got? State of Decay 3. Let's go. Come on. Gears. It's Gears Reloaded.
Wait, why they had to show him killing that nigga again? That's fucked up. That was such an iconic scene. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, you have to establish General
Bro,
Ram as a real threat.
He pulled up. Hey, that was a live scene. I ain't gonna lie. That game is so good.
Bruh, I can't
like
wait.
Gears of War is one of those games that like really gets you into the story because what happens?
Look who decided to show up.
You just like, damn. Bear look good. I don't play with Bear. Where's Carmine? Where's my bad? Crossplay.
You think you can still find your way back home, Phoenix?
Damn, I already know I'm gonna have to beat this game again. I don't like that.
Looks like they upgraded.
Why is Carmine the one getting?
Who knows you, baby?
Splits, and they bring a split screen co-op too. Okay.
Let's do this. This is gonna be awesome.
August 26th. All right, now show Gears V Day.
Exactly. Give me come on, man. Let me see how Carmine gonna look in the game.
World premiere.
The first Carmine. Fighting game. Oh yeah, it's a fighting game. Yep.
Persona 4? Wait. Is this Persona 4 remake? It's Persona 4 remake. Oh my god. It's Persona 4 remake. It's my boy. Revival. Game Pass. All right, Xbox Game Studios. What you got?
The Smugglers League is always there.
Contraband? Wait,
But you won't
Oh
see
my
us.
god, it's fucking Sea of Thieves.
You won't
Count your
hear
days.
And the only way you'd ever know it is if that's what we wanted.
Yeah, 40 years. It's time to show
we deal in the
Everwild.
goods others are afraid to handle. Guns, explosives.
And don't forget the rum.
It's a life of danger like no other. So I guess my question is, can you handle that?
Getting your hands on gold is one thing, but you should know that this is what we're really after. The bigger the boom, the better. Smugglers need to be adaptable. It's more than moving under moonlight and shadows. You should be ready to take advantage of others' misfortune. Stealing, of course, is always an option. Just do whatever it takes to get the job done. You are pirates, after all.
Welcome, my friends, to the Smugglers League. You're paying for that.
Where's my One Piece update?
World premiere.
Who is this?
Motherfucker had to curse?
Deadpool? Like, I'm trying to think of who it.
This is ridiculous. Please, come on.
Spider-Man about to pop up. Was that Wolverine?
Invincible. It's Invincible. An Invincible game? Hold on.
I'm gonna have to watch the show.
Had enough yet?
No, Dad, not even close.
I hoped you'd understand why I had to do this. Accept our rule or die.
I'd like to propose a third option.
Is this a fighting game? Is this a 3v3?
Oh shit.
I'm not your son anymore. I'm the guy who's
What is going
thrown you off
on?
this planet for good.
They got their own fighting game?
Yo, hold on. Hold on.
I trusted you.
With the Injustice starts versus, wait. Oh, it's just Invisible versus. Obviously, it
No
don't look
tag,
as
no
good
tag,
as.
no tag, no tag, no tag.
It don't look as
no
good as
tag,
Marvel,
please, no
but-
tag. Please no tag. Please no
This
tag.
song still looks
Please
decent.
no tag. Please no tag. Oh god. Please no tag. Don't tag.
3v3 tag. Let's go.
Fucking
The
fake
best
ass
way.
shit.
The
Oh
best
my
way to
God.
play any fighting game.
What's up with these tag games, man?
They're the best.
Stop playing with yourself.
See how you like this?
Look, Xbox was like, hold
So
on.
it's
who we
so
gotta talk
Marvel
to?
vs. Capcom is coming out. I don't care what nobody says. Marvel vs. Capcom is coming out. I don't care.
I think we're
They
gonna get
tryna say, oh,
we're gonna get a Capcom versus, but it's
we're gonna
not
get a
be,
CVS 2. We're gonna get CVS 3 before we get Marvel vs. Capcom.
Bro, we got the fatalities.
Yeah, this hoe looks good. That hoe look good. All right, I gotta watch the show now.
Bro, you did have that shows.
Bruh, I only watched the
Bro,
first
it
3
is, it's
episodes.
time. Yep, Final
watched the
Fantasy
first
7
3
remake.
Finally, Game Pass, Boombaye.
It's gonna be Game Pass.
Boombaye.
It's too
Game
like
Pass,
it's been
Boombaye.
a
Game
whole.
Pass, Boombaye.
It's been
I'ma
like
play this time.
4 or 5 years. They gotta be in Game Pass at this point.
I'm gonna play this. I'm definitely gonna play this. I've been waiting for this.
It is not Game Pass. That is crazy.
I ain't tripping. I've been waiting.
Also coming to Xbox. Final Fantasy 16.
Any objections?
Know your place, little lamb. There's no one to save you now.
So can they just give the next Final Fantasy to everybody? Like,
They have to.
but I'm talking about when it drops, not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't selling on
Did you play
PlayStation
this?
as an exclusive. I played the demo, hated it. I'm pretty sure the story is live, but
I'm definitely gonna finally play Final Fantasy. That game everybody says is one of the best Final Fantasy games.
Today, not on Game Pass though.
Oh, that's good. That's good. It's been a decent. What you call
World premiere. It's been the best show so far. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, world premiere Xbox Game Studios. Okay, it's time. It's the Killer Instinct.
Oh my god.
Don't find. Okay, even better than Killer
fuck outta
Instinct.
here. Hey, don't do that.
Even better than Killer Instinct. What we got? You are a house, a lighthouse. What in the hell? E-Burger, October 17, 2025. That's 4 days before fucking Ninja Gaiden.
Games like Psychonauts 2 showed how Double Fine excels at creating unique and innovative experiences, and Keeper is no exception. Looking ahead, next year marks 25 years of Xbox. It's a big milestone for the platform and franchises that you helped build and make popular. We couldn't have done this without everyone who's been with us on this journey. As we think about bringing a new generation of players to these iconic franchises, I'm excited to share that players will get to celebrate 25 years of Xbox with a new Fable, the next Forza, Gears of War E-Day, and the return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning.
The next Forza.
Today, you've seen an incredible range of games from creators across the globe. Creators like In Exile, reaching for new heights with Clockwork Revolution. Sluggerfly,
All right, this means they only got one more.
Meets modern classic platformer into 3D. Square Enix, bringing more of the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy franchise to our players. And Team Ninja, returning to the beloved series they
gotta have at least
debuted on
2 games,
Xbox.
3 games.
You've also seen the next Xbox hardware release, our
Unless
Xbox
that
Ally
Direct about to be long as hell.
which lets you bring your Xbox experience and your library with you anywhere. I hope you enjoyed the breadth and depth of the games, updates, and experiences that are coming to Xbox from our partners and our own creative teams. We're seeing more players on our platform and in our games than ever, thanks to all of you. We're proud of the creativity that Obsidian is delivering this year. Immediately after Showcase, our Direct begins, where you'll go inside the studio for an extended look at The Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded 2.
Both?
Thanks for joining us today.
Hell yeah, we getting
But
both.
before we get into the Direct, we
Grounded
have a
2 to
final
be seen.
world premiere.
Final world
Enjoy.
premiere. Come on. World premiere. Oh my god, what is this? I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm excited. I'm scared.
Whoa, what's that? What's the
Butterfly.
button for? What's the butterfly?
What is this? I'm scared.
Killer Instinct.
They didn't say Xbox Game Studio or anything.
Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you. Please, follow me. You already know us as a global tech leader. Our software, our systems, combined with our skilled team, is designed to save lives. Your years of service have shown you the importance of our work. Here, you'll witness the global scope of that mission in action. Let me introduce you to our esteemed visionary.
For too long, we have been bound by outdated systems, accepting limitations instead of redefining them. The Guild is safeguarding tomorrow, now. We are pioneering the future of protection worldwide. Our advancements are designed to elevate everyday life, reshaping the future of technology on a global scale. I'm Emma Kagan, CEO of the Guild.
Quantum Break 2. Come on, show some gameplay. I need to see.
Fear is a powerful thing. David Mason.
David Mason. I don't know that name. Wait. Mason? Call of Duty. This is Call of Duty. Wait, we going to Black Ops 7? How are we going to Black Ops next? I just realized there was no Call of Duty yet. That's crazy. No way they showed Call of Duty with no gameplay.
That was Call of Duty. That was live. I'm not gonna lie.
Bruh, these niggas got us. Damn, that's what made me want to play the campaign now.
That was live. I'm not gonna lie.
They
That
can't
just
just
turned
be. They can't be making the fucking
You just turned
campaigns.
into a shooter. Nah, that was live.
Bruh.
I don't like that. Cause when you said Counter Break, I was like, okay, but then that shit was trippy as fuck. And then this is gonna say Black Ops 7. What the fuck?
As soon as I heard Mason, I was like, hold on, Mason?
We here at the studio have joked
First off,
around
he
that
must
this
be
has
old
been
as hell.
the year of Obsidian, with Avowed releasing early this
Bruh,
year
they are
and now
in the
ending the year
future
with
too.
2
What
more
the
games. And what better way to cap this incredible year for us than by doing what our studio does best, sequels.
That's where I come in. You can get out of here, Fergus. Thank you
What?
so much. No, you're doing great. You nailed it. The sequel is the lifeblood of every great franchise. Think about it. The original creates the world and builds fandom, but the sequel, that's what makes it worth remembering. No sequel, no hoverboard. No sequel, no dual SMGs. No sequel, no Raccoon
That was
Tail.
a Halo
No
2.
sequel,
That
no
was
Zune 2.
Mario Brothers.
Which doesn't really exist, but I wish it had.
There was a Zune 2.
There was a Zune 2. I'm Mark, the head of sequels here at Obsidian, and I have sequelized everything. Blockbuster movies to AAA video games to my first marriage, so trust me, I know what I'm doing. Come along on this journey with me. Part 2.
Let the killing commence.
The Outer Worlds 2 is a sequel to The Outer Worlds 1. It's a continuation of the themes of robber barons in space and how people are controlled by the stories they're told by the people who have power over them. This time we're able to go a lot deeper because we have more time and money, which is a great thing, and we're able to make it a much more true Obsidian reactive RPG than we were the first time around. So we're going deeper and more complex with everything for this sequel. Deeper story, lore, RPG interactions, reactivity, all the things we've been known for as a company. It's really a complete realization of everything people want from an Obsidian game. Surprisingly, this is the first time in over 25 years that I've had the chance to do a full sequel for a world that I helped co-create. It's really just a fantastic opportunity to explore and expand the universe in interesting ways, and to go even further with the themes of how people are affected by living in a dystopian corporate reality.
You can shoot your way through it, you can talk your way through it, you can sneak your way through it. And so no matter what kind of play style that you like, this is just an awesome franchise and an awesome game to jump into, even if it's your first one.
The first Outer Worlds was a great base to start from, as it has all the elements of a great Obsidian RPG. Interesting characters, deep worlds, important choices. In the Outer Worlds 2, not only did we want to double down on those elements, but we wanted to give players even more of it.
We've also put a lot of investment into skills and traits that impact things like combat, conversations, and areas that we call RPG interactions, which are the part of the world where players can use their specific skills, perks, and backgrounds to solve problems in unique ways in our new, bigger worlds.
I love a deep RPG experience, and building out that RPG crunchiness for our players was at the forefront of what we set out to create. We prioritize those deeper RPG options with different character builds and combos so players can express their role-playing power fantasies. We also have different equipment options for different playstyles and different companions with different abilities.
Honestly, it's like we got this in Clockwork Revolution.
In the first Outer
Do we
Worlds,
really
you
need
start
a
off
new
as
Fallout
the Stranger,
anytime
which
soon?
was basically a blank slate to build on top
Not
of,
that we
with
get it
various
one anytime
attribute
soon.
points that would begin to define your personal experience in the game. You can make any kind of character you want, but we've given you a role. That role is an Earth Directorate agent. You can think of them as kind of like space cowboys or space sky marshals. They're the good guys that go into places and kind of fix everything that's wrong. You're gonna be one of those. But we don't tell you why you joined the Earth Directorate. There could have been a lot of different reasons, right? It could have been because you're an actual lawbringer and you want to go in there and spread law throughout the galaxy. It could be that you're a roustabout and you just had nothing better to do. After you pick your background, one of the really important choices you have next is choosing your traits. While we had attributes in the first Outer Worlds, we've leaned into traits for the Outer Worlds 2, which are these big changes to your character depending on which ones you pick. So it could be something like Brilliant, where you can tag extra skills and you start getting extra skill points. And that's obviously really great if that's how you want to build your character. You can also go and do something like Lucky, where you get extra critical chance, and you also get a lot of really cool options throughout the game as well. Of course, we brought back Dumb, so players love the Dumb option.
Tell me, do you believe in signs? Not quite what I meant, but I like your contempt for boundaries. I could put your adventurous spirit to good use.
You get like lots of really cool, fun conversation options in the game, but we took that even further. And again, there's lots of elements in the game where you can be dumb and use that for something. It could be something as simple as banging on a machine to get it to work. After you've invested in some of your traits, your next choices are going to be choosing your skills. The skills themselves basically allow you to build on your playstyle and what your character is doing in the game. That will be everything from playing stealthily to speccing for an explosive specialty. Throughout your entire journey, your character continues to change with the different choices you make. In the Outer Worlds 1, we actually had more skills than we have, so we condensed them down to really the core and essence of what we really wanted there. But we made each point that you put into a skill much more impactful. So instead of getting small percentage changes, we actually did much larger changes per point that you put into each skill. And again, all these things, because of how they're checked inside the world itself, can matter quite a bit. You know, just even having one additional skill point in something can open up a lot more options in the world itself. If anybody's played Fallout New Vegas, they'll be very familiar with like the perk system. We basically borrowed that, but went even grander. We actually have more perks than Fallout New Vegas did. But here's the cool thing, right? We check and use perks for literally everything, right? So you can do everything from, hey, I want to make a stealthy build that steals stuff and is really good at that. Okay, great. Well, you can take maybe the pickpocketing perk. So that's not available to everybody, but if you select that, now you can actually go around and steal things out of people's pockets. There's another perk called Heavy Handed, right? Where say you're a melee person, what this does is now your power attacks that you use actually knock people down.
Oh man, I really like the serial killer perk. As you start killing people, they will drop hearts. And you can take those hearts, and essentially you're taking these trophies, you could say, and it's actually giving you a permanent health bonus every time you do it. We have this perk called Assassin. Now, this is an early game perk that you can take, which every time you stealth attack an enemy, you're actually gonna get a movement bonus for a certain amount of time.
Flaws were a system that everybody loved from the first game, but we wanted to make it more personal to the player. We wanted it to really reflect how you were playing the game and give you a bonus that you actually wanted to really engage with.
With the flaw system returning, we knew we needed to go bigger, better, and more real than ever before. So, we turned to the team. I told them, no bad ideas. Give me what you got. Okay, we need more flaws. We need them to be real. I want to put them in the game, so give me something. Inspiration. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I have bad knees.
You got bad knees? They hurt when you walk a lot?
Yes.
When you walk too much, they hurt?
No cartilage.
Sounds boring. Makes you sound like a boring person, but it's in the game.
I know it.
It's a good flaw. What about you?
I like to take small things sometimes.
So you're stealing.
No, I'm taking.
When do you give them back?
I don't.
Claire. Claire, you shouldn't be stealing. What are you doing? You shouldn't be stealing, Claire.
Tiny crimes.
Tiny crimes? Do you hear the second part, though? It's a crime.
Well,
You're stealing. Claire, that's wrong. You can't steal things, okay? But it's an amazing flaw, and I'm putting it in the game. But you're a bad person. And are you the one who took my stapler?
do you need it?
Yeah. Give it back.
Okay.
Please. You, what do we got? Flaw.
I like to stare at the sun.
How long did you stare at the sun?
Just lunch break.
An hour?
Oh, I only get 30. You guys get an hour?
I get an hour.
An hour.
Oh. Makes me feel energized.
How many fingers am I holding up?
3?
No. Anything else? We'll put it in the game. We'll put it in the game because I feel bad for you. Anything else?
One of my favorite flaws is something called bad knees. It will actually give you the option to take this flaw that'll make it so that you move faster throughout the game. But the problem is, anytime you stand up, your knees are gonna make a loud popping noise that makes it so that, well, everyone around you is gonna hear you.
Bruh.
There's one called Kleptomaniac. This is really interesting because what it does is when you steal something, you can actually sell it for more bits than normal. And like that sounds really great. The drawback is sometimes when you're looking at things in the world that are owned by somebody else, you'll automatically steal them. So you have to be very careful about how you use them.
One of our more wacky perks is the Sun Gazer Flaw, and it just gives everyone cataracts while playing their game. So everything becomes like light shafts and blooms and hazes, and makes the game pretty unplayable if you happen to choose that perk.
If you happen to be the type of player that habitually reloads your weapons like I do, well, you'll be offered the flaw of overprepared. Now, you'll get larger magazine sizes on all of your weapons, but if you ever fully empty your magazine, you're gonna take a debuff for a while. While we support options like being a gunslinger who wants to key into destructive weapons, or a rogue who wants to alpha strike their enemies before they know what hit them, we also allow for a lot of fun and experimental builds. You can be a mad scientist who utilizes gadgets and wacky science weapons and armors, or even a psychopath who gains permanent bonuses to health by murdering their friends.
Nothing shows the impact of these character build options better than, in my opinion, the bridge area, which has a quest you get early on in Paradise Island. Not only do you kind of encounter this very early, and it's a very core one to the story, but it really expresses our philosophy of allowing the player to solve problems in a bunch of ways. So you may solve it by, speech options. You may talk to them and maybe have to go do a quest for them and really kind of prove that you're a friend of the Protectorate to get by.
I may have need of your help, stranger, if you are ready to seize an opportunity to show fealty to the Protectorate.
You could go guns blazing and you could just take everyone out inside the POI, lower the bridge itself, and kind of get across. You could sneak in, lower the bridge, and then actually sneak in under the bridge to get over to the other side. You can bypass the bridge entirely if you found like certain gadgets, like the shield gadget that protects you from poison gas as you go across, or the double jump boots, which kind of allow you to jump across the chasm and get across that way. There's even a really kind of messed up way, right? Which is players can actually sacrifice one of their companions. The companion who they just found is part of.
We're no different than the Breeze if we start tossing our own to the rats. I sure as law ain't gonna follow someone who can't see the wrong in it.
I must admit, I'm surprised we could come to an understanding. But I thank you for your loyalty, stranger. As promised, you shall have clearance to cross this bridge.
It's such a fun quest, but again, it really showcases that we want you to be able to solve this in whatever way you want to. When you build your character your way, we're there for you. We really want you to have the experience that you want to have out of this.
From the very beginning of our discussions about the Outer Worlds, we really knew we wanted every game to take place in a different colony. This lets us expand on all aspects of the universe. Every colony can be its own thing with its own flavor, and we can center them around anything we want. Any ideas or setting we're interested in. Arcadia is an isolated colony with abundant resources, and it's run by an authoritarian faction called the Protectorate. Their dictatorship is thematically based around the question of how much freedom people will give up for security and luxury. For Protectorate subjects, unfortunately, that answer is everything. The Protectorate is also incredibly wealthy because it was founded by the inventor of the skip drives, which are the Outer World's faster-than-light engines. But those skip drives are starting to cause rifts in space-time, which are cutting off all the other colonies on Earth from being able to trade with each other. The Order of the Ascendant is an offshoot of the Order of Scientific Inquiry from the original game, and like them are a science-based religion with the same goal of solving the universal equation, which will allow them to predict and alter the future to the benefit of all mankind. They used to be part of the Protectorate, but they split off to focus on solving the equation for the good of everyone, not as a way to simply control the masses. The player's been sent to Arcadia as an Earth Directorate agent to find out how the skip drives are causing the rifts and what can be done to stop them. Each of the factions have their own solutions to the rift problem and their own goals. The Protectorate wants to close them to protect their legacy as the inventor of the drives and their wealth. The Order wants to close them not only for the good of everyone, but also because they're complicating the math they're using to solve the universal equation. And Antes just wants to be able to open and close them at will to control all the trade routes between the colonies. In addition to expanding the themes and lore of the Outer Worlds, we're also expanding the humor, so each faction has its own flavor of absurdity. Anti's Choice is a merger between Anti-Cleo and Spacer's Choice from the original game, and there are corporate representatives in the Outer Worlds too. They've invaded Arcadia to liberate their resources for all of humanity, at a profit, of course.
One of my favorite things from Fallout New Vegas is the radio system. It was just iconic for me, and I wanted to make sure that the Outer Worlds 2 had that. So we actually built out 3 different radio stations, one for each of the major factions. You also have a ton of music. Each station might have, like, I think 20 tracks of unique music that we've made for it. It's a lot of stuff. But the really cool part about this entire thing is that we actually put a lot of reactivity into the radio. So it will respond to the things that are going on around the world that you've been interacting with. So if you go into a location, let's say you solve a problem for the Protectorate folks, if you listen to the Protectorate radio station, they're gonna be cheering you on as a hero.
Wonderful news, everyone. The Zeranium gas leaks at the Automech repair facility, strongly believed to be caused by Anti's Choice malefactors, have been corrected.
Some hotshot for hire just managed to fix the electrum leak in their repair facility. Now, I'm not saying we caused it in the first place, but we sure like the idea of all those broken auto mechanicals and all the excessive gasping and choking involved.
The factions and companions are great examples of how we're going deeper and more complex this time around. They're integrated into the game's storyline much more than we did on the first Outer Worlds, and like with everything else in the game, they have a lot more reactivity. There are 6 companions in the Outer Worlds too. As usual, each has their own quest lines, but this time they are also connected to a different faction and have character arcs that the player can affect through their choices. Your first companion is Niles. He's another Earth Directorate agent like you, and he's looking for your help to decide whether he wants to become an even better agent or to turn his back on the Earth Directorate completely. There's also a somewhat cute Automech support drone that is basically Niles' helper. Her name is Val. Marisol's part of the Order of the Ascendant, and she's an aging but still deadly assassin. That's right, she's a deadly mathematician who may or may not have some unfinished business to attend to with the player's help. There's also a cultist named Azza, who is part of a sub-faction that worships the Rifts, and in her case, violence in general. You can choose to either turn her away from overt violence or support her chaotic and dangerous tendencies. At one time, Auntie's Choice had a program to graft soldiers with animal parts to make them more formidable. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work and most of them are now dead. There's a combat medic who survived, however, named Inez, and she wants the player to help her fix her graft, among other things. Finally, there's Tristan. He's a protected arbiter who is judge, jury, and executioner all rolled into one heavily armored package. It is your choice to either help him judge wrongdoers or show him what true justice looks like.
We definitely have reactivity in the game based on how you've been treating your companions. I won't reveal the end of the game, but let's say if you have not been treating them well, you will find out at the end of the game what that means.
Companions are a very, very important part of merchandising, because that's the real beauty of the sequel. We're talking merch, baby. It is the lifeblood. It is what fuels us. Do you want to see some of my ideas? Hop, hop. Check this out. Gen Alpha loves body pillows, especially ones that look like human beings for some reason, right? Who needs a significant other when you could have a knife-wielding space psycho up in your sheets, huh? What do they do with them when they get them, huh? Maybe a little napping, maybe a little snuggling, maybe a little nut.
The visuals of the first Outer Worlds depicted a frontier colony in space. The Outer Worlds 2 is driven by an invasion of the Arcadia colony system by Auntie's Choice, which shifts the visuals to be more reminiscent of a World War I-like setting in space. That evolution is seen across all aspects of the game, starting with the factions. How do you militarize everything, including extreme capitalists or math-crazed scientists? In a World War I setting, war comes with propaganda. The Sovereign uses it to maintain control, Auntie's Choice uses it to help their bottom line. The Order just wants to show how it exists within the grand plan. We want players to feel like Arcadia is a living, breathing place scarred by a long-standing war. Fairfield, one of the first towns you encounter, was once under Protectorate control, but has recently been taken over by Auntie's Choice. They don't just occupy the town, they rebrand it with their signature style, repainting buildings, posting guards, and adding propaganda-based holograms featuring Auntie and the Moon Man. Showing the towns evolving after the invasion helps us push immersion for our players. One of our priorities in visually realizing the world of the Outer Worlds 2 was making sure everything is clear and recognizable from the player standpoint. We want to make sure each faction has a particular look and design. So when the player is running across these vast, different environments and landscapes, they're recognizing the motifs and visuals of who they're talking to, what they're going to be talking about, and how that progresses throughout the story. The first Outer Worlds was really about the player interfacing with corporations. And while we have that in the Outer Worlds 2, we really want to express not just the corporations, but how the player interacts with other facets of the world, like government entities or religious structures. And then we elaborate on those.
With larger environments, we wanted to encourage exploration by improving player mobility across the board. Now you can run, slide, double jump, mantle, and parkour your way through all of the nooks and crannies of these worlds. It really allows the player to just explore and have fun finding really cool stuff.
We've aimed to make everything in the Outer Worlds 2 better from top to bottom. The RPG elements were the start, but that's touched our story, our art, and especially our gameplay. A good sequel is true to the original. That's first and foremost, right? Like, we all want to add in a bunch of things as you're making a sequel, right? We want to make it bigger and better in every way. That's what we were trying to do here. And I thought, we did not need this consultant. We've made enough sequels. We understand how to do this. And I will say, I don't think it's been entirely successful.
I am very proud of the combat improvements we have made in The Outer Worlds 2, thanks to my patented combat system. You may be thinking to yourself, it can't be that good. Shush, what are you even talking about? You haven't seen it yet. Watch this. Put a helmet on, because I'm about to blow all of your minds with my COMBAT system, combat system. My name is Mark, I'm the head of sequels. Shall we begin? You're thinking, what's C for? C, capitalize the fact that the people loved the first game. We're gonna take those people, we're gonna make them buy the sequel, giving out pounds, pounds, pounds. Quick ones, ha, ha, not you, Dev. Here we go. What comes after C? O, optimize for player satisfaction. I am terrified of online gamers, okay? I wanna make them happy, so let's, okay? All right, mobilize the players so they're ready for that sweet, sweet pre-order. Clap with me. Sweet, sweet. If you don't have rhythm, Brandon, just say it. Sweet, sweet pre-order. Everybody has a different rhythm, and it's blowing mine, and here we go. B, burglarize. What is this? It's basically just finding new ways to loot dead bodies. You know what I mean? Right, Otis? Okay, well, it's a big part of the game. A, you gotta agonize about how many people are gonna be angry that we have just put so much combat into this thing and almost no romance at all. We should look at ourselves. What is wrong with us, huh? We can't have one love story in this? How many people have been in love? Raise your hands. Raise your hand if you're in love. Okay, are you lying?
I have a wife.
Put your hand down. T, trois. In French, that means two, sequel.
I think that means 3.
Okay, you're getting ahead of yourself. Come on, Claire. We're on 2. And how do we end it? Anything is possible. And we've established that we're the best there is, and there's no sequel better than us. And if I could just say one more thing, thank you very much. I know I've kind of changed the world of video games today.
For The Outer Worlds 2, we wanted to improve gunplay in every way. We focused on improving the feel of each weapon, the way a weapon snaps into ADS, the way recoil feels when firing, and how impactful our sound effects really sell the weapon's fantasy, to things like how a unique reload animation can add a lot of character to each weapon. We've increased the variety of weapons by including new weapon types, but also through a host of fun and unique weaponry. We have things like the Borscht Blaster that fires out tumors that can explode like grenades, or can even be eaten by the player for additional health.
What?
We have a weapon called Rookie's Reward that will actually level up the more you use it throughout the game. And every time it levels up, it's got fun fanfare where it's like shooting out confetti and it's got fun little
what'd you say?
We have a really fun weapon called the pop-up gun. It fires out ad drones that will distract your enemies with corporate ads, slogans, and jingles. While your enemies are distracted, you can focus fire on them or explode these drones for additional damage.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I have to turn you up.
New to The Outer Worlds 2 are throwables.
When we
so you can use frag grenades to flush out enemies,
the pod
smoke
about to be
grenades
over.
to camouflage and escape,
Oh, damn, I'm ready as
distraction
hell.
devices to bait enemies into a stealth attack,
I'm late as hell.
and even science grenades that will levitate enemies, allowing you to fire upon them while they float helplessly. And of course, science weapons are back. We have returning favorites, like the Shrink Ray. This time it's been upgraded so you can shrink your enemy down to the size of a sprat and run over them, exploding them into bits.
The Shrink Ray, that was probably my favorite one from the first game, so we brought it into the second game, but we improved it though. So instead of shrinking your enemies for a short period of time and having them re-expand, this time they stay shrunk, and we actually added in the ability to step on them and kind of squish them and kick them, because we knew that that was the player fantasy. We knew that's what everybody wanted to do. They wanted to step on the enemies, they wanted to kick them, so we made sure to double down on that stuff.
In addition to things like our returning favorites, we also have some really fun and unique new science weapons. One of them is called the Armageddon. This one's really cool because it actually shoots out these masses that are like these little arms that will stick to people or cover or all kinds of different things, and they will continue to just hit them until they get destroyed. And we have another one that's just super cool called the Spectrum Dance Saber. This is a melee weapon that actually lets you attack to a musical beat. And if you continue to do that, you'll actually get additional bonuses each hit you do. One of my personal favorite weapons is called the Big Bang. It's just a big freaking gun that uses material harvested from rifts to shoot out a giant ball of energy, vaporizing everything in its path.
Oh, this is Outer
Now,
Worlds 2?
ammo's extremely rare for this weapon, but you can use it in just the right situation to devastating effects.
I must have not unlocked everything in Outer Worlds.
Another great one is Gary.
I do not remember.
If you wear Gary, he will lash out at your opponents as you're walking
know
through
how you
combat.
play
So we even
games.
have science armor
And I know why
really
you ain't
kind of
seen no
showing
science
off
weapons.
what we thought was really great for the player from a science perspective.
We're all about letting people
looking
play the
everything
game
down.
their way.
I did not
There are some
do
players
no
who prefer to be immersed in a first-person view, taking in all of the details. But there are others who really prefer to take the world in from a third-person perspective. Why not
Okay,
allow
third
both?
person. Let's go.
Well, now you can swap between the two, letting you enjoy the experience in whatever way you like.
Oh, the animation is
One of
actually
the things I
pretty
really
cool.
like about having the third-person mode is being able to see all of the fun and unique armors and armor combinations and weapons that you can equip your player with. All of the actions that you could do in first person, so you're double jumping around, you get to see your character in that way, and you get to take in the world and see things in a different light.
The Outer Worlds 2 is really the biggest game we've ever made. Bigger choices, more reactivity, more weapons, more things to find in each of the worlds the players can visit. The team has done incredible work bringing the Outer Worlds 2 to life, and we can't wait for you to play it.
Even though we've always been a multi-project studio, this is going to be the first time we've ever released 3 games in 1 year. It feels amazing to do. We're so excited for more people to be playing our games.
We need
It
to
is
put
truly
respect on
an
Obsidian's
exciting time
name,
here at
because this is
Obsidian.
crazy.
We're exploring worlds big and small while expanding on franchises that we've created, and we have no plans to slow down. We hope you all continue to come along with us as we do what we do best, make your worlds your way.
Bro, I was not expecting Grounded 2 to be this year.
Hello?
Here.
Dang, how long has this thing started?
An hour
and
With the
40
Outer
minutes
Worlds
ago.
2, we're all about the best place to play.
Bro,
which
I
is
just
also
joined like 5 minutes
the
ago,
promise
bro.
of Xbox. You can play the
I
Outer
don't know why I
Worlds
thought it
2
was
on this
later
Xbox.
in the
Me
day.
too. It may be hard to play.
The other ones were later in the day, probably.
I thought it was
Let's cut
4.
that.
Fuck.
You can play the
Bro,
Outer
bro,
Worlds 2 on this
I've been
Xbox.
up just cleaning, bro, just cleaning
No,
around
yeah.
the house and
Now,
shit.
that's
I was like,
Microsoft.
bro.
Or you can take
like,
a phone call
like,
on this Xbox.
I connected my
then play the
phone,
Outer Worlds 2
PC,
right
I
after.
saw the Discord,
Excuse me, I'm
like, yo,
getting a
what's
call.
going on right
Hello?
now?
What am I
Wait,
doing?
what's going on?
I'm playing the
People
Outer
peeing?
Worlds,
What
bro.
game is this?
Yeah, this is
Outer
my
Worlds 2.
I didn't know I
Well, we
had
about to
my
get
bad.
the
You can
Grounded
play
2
the
direct.
Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox.
Did I
We
miss
need
anything?
2 people to lug around safely.
What's my ad?
We're gonna go up to my apartment, okay?
Everybody
And
didn't
this
get
is
their
an
ad
Xbox
today,
you
now we're
actually
back.
wear
We
that
missed
also plays
everything.
the Outer Worlds 2.
I didn't miss
What do you
Gears of
think,
War,
Claire?
right?
This is amazing.
Are you playing?
I think so.
Fantastic. Now this is actually not an Xbox, so you cannot play the Outer Worlds.
No,
2
that
on
was
it.
just
Can't
me
play anything on
asking.
this. I guess bread.
Oh,
You ever play
like,
bread where you take it out of one
was
slot,
Gears of War there.
put it in the other? I
For
don't
real,
have
or are you
friends.
trolling me?
If you pre-order the premium edition now, you'll get early access, which is like a prequel to the sequel, or is launch the sequel to the pre-order,
bro.
Or like,
why was
why
our
are any
ad?
of us
You ain't
alive
at
at
nobody.
any time?
Are you serious?
It doesn't matter.
Bro,
Either way,
yes,
my job here
I'm
is
dead
done.
serious.
It's time for the Grounded 2 portion of the
Dead
Direct,
serious.
which is sort of
When
like
does Grounded 2
the
come out?
sequel to the
What was the
Outlaws
ad?
2 portion of the Direct,
You ain't get
which
no
I
ad.
absolutely just hit a home
Ain't
run
no way you
with.
showing up here with
And
no
it's really
shirt
nice
on.
to see my influence.
I was
Who
about to say
cares?
something. Who cares?
Take it away,
Nobody
team.
cares, bro. We're fine. We're talking video games.
And big exit.
We're getting canceled. This shirtless YouTubers. Did they announce any games coming out today?
Final Fantasy 16.
I groaned.
We're
I
so
actively
proud of
groaned,
Grounded. What started as a small passion project to make a quirky game where you're shrunk
Wait, is
down
it
to the size
over?
of an ant,
It's
trying
the
to survive
last
in the backyard,
direct.
grew into
Grounded 2.
something way bigger than we ever imagined.
Grounded
Over
2?
25 million of you
So,
jumped
what were
in,
your
explored, built, crafted and fought off giant bugs together.
The best show,
Y'all
really?
helped make
The best one
entire
this week?
experience very special to us. The team's been cooking up a ton for
feel
Grounded
like it's been
2,
a packed
and we're so excited to talk
It's
about
been
it.
packed full of like
And to grease
average
some palms to steal a bit of time from the direct to give you a deeper look. There were so many
I really gotta
possibilities
think
and
through
ideas that didn't make it into the
like
first game. So with the sequel, we have the chance to dream bigger.
You know
to
what game
achieve
I want
those
to see?
dreams,
I
we
want to see that
partnered with the
skateboarding
amazing
game with
folks
the
at
little, like,
Eidos
polygon
Montreal.
effect thing.
Together,
That's
we're
story.
taking Grounded from the backyard
Yeah,
to an
I'm
even
waiting on
larger
that. That's
world,
like the only game I'm like
the Brook Hollow
actively
Community
waiting on,
Park.
I think. But I know that shit ain't coming out till 2028.
When we started working on Grounded 2, we knew that we wanted to make a bigger world.
That shit ain't
Fortunately
coming out
for
till
us,
2028, B.
Eidos Montreal became our main partner on developing Grounded 2. They have a lot
Let's
of
go, Eidos
similarities
Montreal.
to the sorts of
Take it away,
things that
team.
are important to us at Obsidian. They tend to make very narratively strong games. They make games with really deep characters and great character progression. They make games with
No
great
controversies?
gameplay.
Any controversial things happen?
Everyone at Eidos Montreal is thrilled and
PS5
honored to be
logos.
working with Obsidian Entertainment. Our two studios share a lot of DNA. The same things that are important to Obsidian Entertainment are important to us. Choice and consequences, player communities, and doing justice to great IPs and great franchises. The fact that
Alright, would you say
we're the
this
first
showcase is
partners
better
that they're working with to make a
I
sequel
literally
to
just told
their
you it's the best one.
franchise feels like we're an
Invincible
important part
versus.
of their history.
The events of Grounded 2 take place 2 years after the first game. The same 4 teenagers are returning.
So there's Max,
Invincible getting a 3D fighting game. Tag fighting.
Willow.
That's crazy.
And Pete.
With fatalities.
They're a couple years
Hey,
older,
why
which
Pete kinda look
means
alive
they've
now?
gone through a bit more high school, a bit more mature. It's 1992. The world's a little bit different, but we're still in that fun, nostalgic era of the early 1990s. In Grounded 2, we're moving the action out of the backyard and into the Brook Hollow Community Park. Not only is it bigger, it allows us to tell a lot more stories and expand the world of Grounded by exploring what the community of Brook Hollow has been up to and what they've been through.
The park overall is about 3 times the size of the backyard, and our initial starting area
Let's go.
is actually the same size as the entire backyard from the first Grounded. The reason we wanted to move into a park wasn't just to create a bigger world, but was to give us the opportunity to explore the community of Brook Hollow and what secrets have they been hiding.
What we love and what we're excited about in terms of the park is the opportunity to create environments and landmarks that are mundane
price.
at normal size, but are colossal wonders when you're the size of an ant.
Of Game Pass.
Everything from a giant trash can to a community picnic table or a snack bar.
I know, like, Grounded 2 is big, though.
All of these areas come to life in a brand new way.
Part of the fun in Grounded 2 is that the park was evacuated really quickly right before our teens were shrunk. And that means that the park has been sort of turned upside down and is in a topsy-turvy state.
I know they go through high school and they're
And
tiny.
that leads to really fun environmental storytelling, but it also leads into the creation of amazing biomes for our characters to explore. One of my favorite examples of this is the ice cream cart. In all of the commotion, the ice cream vendor's cart has been knocked over and its contents have spilled out into the ground. And what this means for our young adventurers is that they'll
Wait,
be
why
able
you ain't say
to
they show Black Ops
explore
7?
This
Bruh,
frozen cave
we
of
gotta talk
interesting
about that after.
challenges and colorful Lovecraftian horror.
We have one anthill that's actually somebody decided to bury a bunch of toxic stuff in the park. And so there's all these toxic chemicals underground. The environment looks very cool and very spooky with all of these sort of chemical
Somebody
pools.
said I've
And
never
of
been
course,
scammed
nothing
like
can live
this
down
before.
there except for one type of insect, the cockroach.
Finally,
We're
cockroaches.
oftentimes reinventing environments, and in future updates, you're gonna see a ton of new stuff. You do a lot of fighting against insects of all shapes and sizes. We didn't just want it to look better, we also knew we wanted to add
Damn,
a
they
new
leveled them
layer
up.
of strategy. The changes that we've made aren't limited to tuning animations or adjusting attack or defense numbers or making
Why the map
characters
just
or
standing
insects move
perfectly on
faster
the
or
disc?
slower. But we did all that too, but there's also an entire sort of rock, paper, scissors strategy involving light attacks, heavy attacks, and blocking. We've also added dashing as a new way to
Let's
both
go,
get out of danger
dashing.
quickly or jump in for a quick attack. And almost all the insects in the game will have these abilities now too. Sort of like a chess match, but one that's super frenetic, looks super cool, and is ultimately just a ton of fun. We're leaning into
got
clear
dual
play
daggers
styles
now?
for
Love
tanky
crafting
warriors,
horror.
low defense, high damage rogues, effect wielding mages,
Bro, they going
and
deeper with the
ranged hunters.
RPG.
In the first Grounded, we had mutations, and there were weapons and armors
Yeah, and a
that
lot of
favored different
lore
playstyles.
scenes.
In Grounded 2, not only will there be passive mutations, but there will also be active mutations. And a lot of those mutations support these archetypes.
My favorite way to play pretty much any game is chasing after those game-breaking builds. And that's why I'm so excited for what we're doing with archetypes in Grounded 2. I'm all in on the rogue. Now, you can even dual-wield daggers. I've been dialing in this glass cannon build that stacks ambush, assassin, and cardiofan mutations with the Wolfbane daggers and the Wolf Spider armor. It lets me open up combat with massive backstab damage. That also
Why did they
inflicts
add a
damage.
raid
Then
bottle?
I can use the extra stamina to reposition and try to dodge, rinse, and repeat. It's high risk, high reward, and absolute chaos in all the best way. I'm looking forward to seeing what wild combos the community comes up with.
Would it be
and
an
what they
Xbox
inevitably
showcase
break
without
once they get their
Persona?
hands on the archetype system. It's going to be awesome watching it evolve with player feedback and watching us try to keep up with all of your game-breaking builds.
One of the great things about Grounded is the variety of players
When are
it
we gonna play
attracts,
Grounded? We
from
need to play
builders
Grounded.
to
Count your fucking
crafters
days.
and everything in between.
When we
If
gonna
you've
play-
ever
we should
watched
play
me on
Grounded
Casually Grounded
together
livestream,
on
you'd know that I'm neither.
stream?
I am
That'll
a
be
murderer
fun.
of insects. Personally, I prefer the term harvester. I love going out, hitting things, and bringing the materials like insect body parts back to my friends to use. This way, we keep progressing and playing together.
We're also trying to make sure that armor and equipment are easily understood by the player, especially when they're playing co-op with their friends. It was really,
Bro, I like that
really
sling.
important for us to deliver on all of that for the bigger space and experience, because that was the only way we could truly support the feature the community has been asking for since the very first Grounded release. Mounts.
Exactly.
Our mounts,
What,
we call them
stealth or added
buggies, have an
stealth?
entire
I
suite of
already had
moves
stealth.
and have their own
This man
special
just
abilities and attacks.
I never
We
played
really
Grounded.
wanted the buggies
He
to
literally
be
said
an
mounts.
extension of the
Why are you
player
saying
in
stealth?
every way possible.
Oh.
And that meant making sure that buggies had unique and valuable abilities across all the core pillars of Grounded. So that doesn't just mean exploration and travel. That
Hey,
has
I played this
gameplay
game,
implications
I'm
for
telling you,
combat,
cockroaches, boy.
crafting, and building as
Hey,
well.
I can't even
Just
say
like
the
how we
word,
wanted
I'm
to
about
expand on player playstyles throughout the game, we're going to make sure that every buggy that we add has its own personality.
The Red Ant Soldier can enlist up to 2 Red Ant workers to
What?
follow you around and
Bro,
help you out.
what?
If
that's
you get into combat
live.
and you don't want to
What?
fight while you're saddled on your buggy, you can jump off and they'll fight
Why
right
is she so
alongside you and
violent?
provide
Oh
support.
my God, this language.
The Orb Weaver buggies
She's a murderer?
are a little less useful when it comes to general utility, like building a base or harvesting.
We
But they're
can ride on
awesome when it comes
cockroaches
to
and
combat.
spiders?
Yeah.
Sure, their defenses aren't super strong, but they're
Ooh,
heavy
pretty
hitters.
Why would you
wanna-
They're
why would
also
you wanna
super
ride
fast,
on
and
a
they have some great special
want to play
abilities,
Mantis.
like a scream that allows them to stun lesser-powered insects, and the ability to shoot webs and entangle other creatures. So the Orb Weavers won't
Bro,
be your
this shit
base
about to
building
be
buggy.
so
You should use the Red Ant Soldier for that.
This is game of the year. I don't care.
But they're super fun for exploration and
Is
combat.
it coming out this year?
July.
Wait, no Ghost
Red
at the Grand?
Soldiers and Orb Weaver
July?
Spiders will be available
July.
at game preview launch.
Damn, I have to be
There will be
grounded
others in the
before
future,
July,
but those are the
guys.
2 we're starting with.
Who wants to be grounded?
The connection that our Grounded community has with us is something we want to keep forging with the sequel as we make an even bigger
Not
game
playing
than
with
the
y'all niggas
original.
no more.
Pretty much from day one, we knew we wanted
Oh,
to
I've
return
been
to game
realized that.
previews for Grounded 2.
I've
Sure,
learned that a long
it comes
time
with
ago.
some trade-offs, like
Wait.
the game's not done and it's out to the world. But
Why
there's
is
so much
there a
value in
face on the
building
back of his face?
alongside
He
the
talking about the
community.
bugs.
Buggies change how you traverse and navigate the park. What we're doing with Grounded 2 is we're actually keeping zip lines held back so we can see how players engage with buggies, and then we can tweak zip lines to bring them back over time to really complement that buggy experience and make exploring the park far more fun.
Damn, I gotta finish High on Life.
Shaped the original Grounded, and we wanted to shape the design for Brook Hollow Park, archetypes, buggies.
Oh, you talking about the DLC?
We also learned a lot from that first time around. One thing that stood out immediately, players
High on Life 2
content.
That
makes sense. Story, characters, world building, that's kind of Obsidian's thing.
I guess I do gotta
It's the flavor we bring to the survival genre. So this time, we're starting with a much bigger baseline.
There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will.
One of our favorite parts of the first game was watching the community uncover clues and spin up theories. This time around, we're leaning even more into that, and we'll be keeping a close eye on what our players discover and how they interpret it. Because you never know what might inspire us as development moves forward.
We really started to hit our groove at the end of Grounded 1.
I ain't gonna lie, there's been a lot of headcanon shit going on in
building
games
trust
and
with the
anime
community.
and
As a
stuff
small
like that.
team, we had to experiment with updated pacing and scope, and what we found resonated the most with all of you were bigger, beefier updates, even if it took us a little longer to land. So that's the plan. Larger, more complete updates spaced out just enough so we can take your feedback seriously and make every drop count.
I ain't gonna
You can
lie,
expect in our big
I blame,
updates, new
what's that
buggies,
dude
new
name again?
biomes, new building
that be
pieces,
doing,
all the
game
good
theory? I blame
And
him.
we're launching with a
Matt
public
Pack.
roadmap so everyone knows
blame
what
Matt
to be
Pack.
excited about in the future.
All of us at Obsidian Entertainment and IDOS Montreal are super excited about how close we are to letting all of you players
I
get
blame Matt
shrunk
Pack for
a
all
second
the
time
headcanon.
and explore the all-new park on buggies in Grounded 2. If you're a returning Grounded player, we're really looking forward to you experiencing all the improvements. If this is your first time getting Tiny,
I ain't
then
gonna lie,
all I
that
can
Trump
tell you
turn
is that a
lit
world with
as
an
hell.
entirely new perspective and an entirely new feel awaits you in Brook Hollow Park. It's time to ride together and survive together.
So, okay, on Grounded 3, on Grounded 3, is it just gonna be arcs, survival? It's gonna be like multiplayer online instead of co-op.
Like you gonna have a whole school get shrunk
What?
so that you can play 100 people or something.
That would be, bro.
Bro, can the handheld Xbox go on the
A
internet?
whole school is insane. It'd have to be a
What?
small school, but still, it'd be big as fuck.
Did you just ask if it can go on the internet? July 29th.
Yeah.
How would it not?
No, like regular like Microsoft Explorer or.
Oh,
like
it's a Windows
Chrome.
device. It's Windows.
Okay.
Tony Hawk.
Like so it's basically a mini computer.
Yeah.
Okay. Holiday 25. I may have to indulge.
Can you handle that?
I don't know. It just looks cool, but.
I'm in.
Oh, I saw Raw.
Yeah, they announced the handheld.
Here's the plan in the mud.
Yeah.
And when we need
Hey, that vampire looking game looked cool.
Here we go.
Reloaded looked cool.
Follow me.
As a hater myself, I know what you're doing.
Wait, why are they being racist in the comments? Africans get into game development. It's a death simulator. What? It sounds like something.
Keep your filthy fingers off me! You think I care?
Oh, this wasn't even show today.
This is gonna be awesome.
Solo leveling. Is that a main game or is that another phone game?
A phone game at the Xbox Showcase.
Who knows?
Is it faster on YouTube?
They don't got an Xbox mobile phone?
Not enough yet?
Not anymore.
Yeah.
So is it really called a Raw?
Wait, Xbox really coming with it.
They have the
And what
best
is
show.
It's really called a Raw.
What does
bro?
Xbox Play Anywhere
It's the
mean?
ROG.
That means does that Does the Xbox Play Anywhere means you can play it on the
Xbox, PC,
the
mobile,
ROG?
cloud.
So this High on Life is not going to be
everything
on
that they
PlayStation?
showed. No, it's gonna be on PlayStation also. Everything they showed is gonna be on the ROG. I mean ROG Ally. Sorry. It's the ROG Ally, guys.
Said it when it was.
No. It's the ROG Ally, guys. Come on, guys.
Wait, why are you calling it the ROG Ally?
Because that's what it's called. It's the ROG Ally. Guys.
So did you fuck with Dawn of the Blood of Dawn Walker?
Yeah. So all right. So that was the show. I'm a replay, but
I'm
for
on
the
Xbox YouTube just looking at.
for the people who were here,
We were here.
Spitter.
I'm gonna be playing this game.
How'd you feel about the show? And what were your highlights?
They didn't have Killer Instinct, so you know how I feel. But it was a pretty good show. They showed a lot of good games. The one game where you're a vampire, that was a good game.
Blood of the Dawn Walker.
High on Life 2 was good. Nah, High on Life 2 was good. Ninja Gaiden looks good. That one Korean game looked good.
Mudang.
Yeah, that game looked good. Obviously the Invincible
Mudang?
versus game looks good. That game looks pretty good.
But you say you don't like 3v3 tag fighting games.
But that don't
You
mean
like
I'm
the
not gonna
idea
get
of the game, the Invincible games, huh?
I just know I'm not gonna take it serious. That's I'm gonna casually play it.
Another tag fighter? That's crazy.
Bruh.
That's crazy. Is it the
I
year
forgot
the fighting game now?
one of the best games they showed was that Clockwork game.
Bro,
That game looked live as
Clockwork
hell.
Revolution, bro.
That
was
game looked live as hell.
for
That was like the best game they showed.
That whole hit even more than Outer Worlds 2 without them showing as much as they showed Outer Worlds 2.
Yeah,
I was late. I saw clips and that shit looked.
How you feel about Tony Hawk's?
Tony Hawk?
How I always feel about Tony Hawk Skate. I'm sorry. I'm still play it though because it's on Game Pass, so that's the only thing.
Even Skate's looking cooked,
It's on
bro.
Game Pass.
I'm looking for skateboard. That the skateboard Polygon looking weird, trippy.
Bro,
game,
when
that's
you
only
see
game
Skate with the graphics that it's supposed to have, you gonna be like, oh shit.
Wait, what game did you just say? Clockwork what?
Clockwork
why
Revolution.
Take 5
Clockwork
years to get
Revolution.
textures and shit, man. Come on. That
Because they
shit look
focusing
like-
on what matters, gameplay.
What
So,
gameplay?
wait, did you
just
give your
played
rating
They had
already?
Gameplay 20 years ago.
Nah. What else? What else they show? I don't remember that. I know they show some other stuff, but
Wait, is
Call of Duty
Clockwork?
Black Ops 7
Bro,
look live.
Black Ops 7.
'Cause
Look,
it didn't even look like
we
it
didn't
was a
know
Call
what
of
it
Duty
was,
game.
bro. We thought it
Yeah.
was Quantum Break. We thought it
didn't
was
even look
all
like a Call
types
of
of
Duty.
shit. And then when they said
zombies was
Mason, we were like, yo, nope. And then they said Black Ops 7. I'm like, how you going from Black Ops 6 to Black Ops 7 the next year?
Bro, at this point,
And it looked like it's about to be in the future too, so we gonna see if they gonna have jetpacks and stuff.
Bro, if they got the jetpacks, I'm gonna cry. But look, the fact that they show the Call of Duty trailer was so good, they didn't even show gameplay, and I'm excited about Call of Duty.
See, I'm good,
Yo,
bro.
That's how good that trailer was, bro.
I'm good. I'm not falling.
You know the Call of Duty trailer gonna come in the next couple of months.
I need to see that.
Yeah, for
gameplay.
sure.
Y'all are being ridiculous.
They're gonna
Bro,
probably show it.
we
in
know the
next- what you
gameplay of
call it.
Call of Duty gonna be. I mean, they rarely fuck up the gameplay.
Rarely fuck up the
Modern
gameplay.
Warfare
No,
2
they
is the
definitely
last
fucked
time.
up the gameplay. Yeah,
You said
Modern
what?
Warfare 2, bro. What?
No Ghost at the Grand A. I fuck with that.
I'll
It
never
looked
forget
like
what they did to
oh
Modern
yeah,
Warfare
that
2,
game looked
bro.
live.
it looked like Super Cleaner and all those the spray games.
Yeah,
all
at first
put
I was like,
together.
oh, another fucking OCD game, and then they kept going. I was like, hold on, this shit look live.
Okay, well, what's the Coliseum game?
So is Clockwork Revolution single player?
Yes, it's like Fallout.
like
steampunk
Fallout.
with time travel.
Interesting.
You said Fallout and what?
It's like Fallout in a steampunk setting with time travel.
Yeah, I'm looking at the gameplay. I can rock with this, especially the shooting.
But yeah, I missed this trailer because Twitch was actually slower than YouTube for some reason, and I have to
just
switch over to
noticed
YouTube. But the Plague Tale new game looked like that's, I don't know how they got to the fucking ancient Greece era in Plague Tale, but now I'm kind of wanting to see how that happened. Then they showed the handheld $1,000.
Whoa! I ain't buying that shit.
Wait, really?
Actually, I don't know. Look, I'm about to look online to see
I'm about to
if
buy
anybody.
me a PC. What?
But they also said that Silk Song is coming this year, even though they did not actually get it. We still don't have no damn release date for it.
Bro, it's called a ROG, and they wanted it to be $1,000, bro. Oh my god.
Hey man,
bro, they're cooked.
You gotta pay.
They said they need at least 1,000.
I ain't paying to play.
God, did you see like some dude on Twitter was talking about how Xbox games are going to the Xbox library on PC.
Yeah, they did not say anything about that today, so I thought they were gonna say something with all that
I
stuff
seen
going
that
on.
earlier this morning. And I was kind of like, excited for that.
Bro,
that was what I was actually excited for.
They did another trick announcement that had me like, oh,
wait, so
no fucking way, and then they lied.
I just want to say,
are trolling. Once they
Bro, who was it? It was Super Meat Boy.
We're gonna have a
Where's
troll.
that at?
Yeah, that was live.
Bro,
yeah,
Super Meat Boy played us because we just saw world premiere, and then you just see this colorful ass world, and then you see a green pipe pop up out the ground, and it was like, yo, Mark! And then this nigga Super Meat Boy falls from the sky.
You should have knew.
So how do you feel?
He fell from the sky. That's hilarious.
If you knew,
how do you feel about the fake Pokemon game?
It looks interesting enough.
They made a pipe come out the ground for no reason.
Right. They knew what they was doing, but Super Meat Boy 3D, that whole look live. And I already know I'm gonna be raging the shit out of that game.
If you knew better, you do better. A snow game, we snow better.
All right, so Spittle, what was your score overall? And
I gotta let it marinate.
But just off of what you've seen, how do you rank it compared to the PlayStation show and the Summer Game Fest?
Destroying it.
I'd say it was probably the best one because when I think of the Sony showcase, I only think of the Marvel game. I think there was another game that they showed, and then when I think of the Summer Showcase, I only think of the Street Fighter
reveal,
and then Scott Pilgrim, because those are the only two games I can think of. Even though I know they show some other stuff I like. Oh yeah, and the Wu-Tang game.
Yeah.
So I'll say the Summer Game Fest and the Xbox is like in the same. Maybe the Xbox might be a little bit more, but yeah, I'll say they're like in the same
Okay.
You ain't like the Chronos game?
That whole look live. That's the Dead Space looking game. Oh, yeah. So guess who showed up in the middle of the showcase?
Kojima?
Game Freak.
What?
Game Freak showed off their new action martial arts game.
Huh?
What's it called?
And it's called I forgot what it was called.
Beast of Reincarnation.
Yeah, Beast of Reincarnation. This is the Pokemon developer, Game Freak.
And they're making
now the frame rate was still ass, but the game looked good as hell.
Nintendo seeing Game Freak doing a masterpiece instead of Pokemon Sad Face or Mad Face.
Own like 30% of Game Freak or something.
Yeah, they don't own any part of Game Freak.
Oh, these graphics are crazy.
No.
So when I say that the next Pokemon better not come out looking like shit when they can make shit like this.
Hey.
But I know why.
Switch, though.
No, it's not even that.
If Digimon looks better than Pokemon, you gonna be mad?
No, this is what I'm saying. The difference is that they have to make a Pokemon game every year or two versus they've been making this game in the background for like 5-6 years.
Hey,
That's
whose
why
fault
they
is
can
that?
do that.
Whose fault is that?
It's Pokemon Company's fault.
Exactly. Just like COD, just like 2K. Like, bro, y'all don't have to keep making these games every year, bro. Take a break.
Wait,
No.
they got the Little Mermaid and Ark now?
We dumbasses are gonna buy them still. They know what they're doing. They know they oversaturate themselves.
Okay,
But guess
okay.
what? They're
So you
gonna
could live
come back with
underwater
a
in
new
Ark.
version.
Okay, UFOMO.
Hey, man. Look, I'm not saying to buy them every year. I don't be buying them games every year.
But yeah, so for me, Clockwork Revolution stole the show. That not only did the gameplay look good, not only did the story look good, the way that they set up the trailer and they were just showing the choices with like the choices and consequences, the gameplay, the characters, everything that they showed, the world, everything about this game. 10 out of 10
the
trailer.
Xbox is not 1K.
Yeah, Clockwork.
They were showing how they were showing the time travels, like they the fact that they kept the time travel stuff like out of the way until the very end, just to show the game.
This could have been the Wild Wild West video, the video game, and I'd have been okay with it. Like, bro, like they could have named it the Wild Wild West. I'd be like, okay.
Nobody care about no damn Wild Wild West.
That's what I was about to say.
It's $800.
I'm just saying, bro.
Damn. There are other steampunk cowboy themed things other than Wild.
This ain't even cowboy themed.
Y'all only know Will Smith.
Cowboy themed.
Y'all only know Will Smith Wild Wild West. So get out of
Bro,
my
this
face.
ain't no cowboys. This is just
That's crazy.
steampunk.
I know,
not-
but y'all only know the Will Smith version. So get out my face.
This is steampunk is not something that we should think Wild Wild West when we think of steampunk. That's all I'm saying.
Sure, why not?
Because that shit ass. And there's better steampunk shit out there.
You only know Will Smith, so get on my face.
Like I said, you can think of BioShock, you can think of so many other things.
Bro, there's a plenty of games that came out that are steampunk themed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but nigga, like, bro, I'm
not
thinking
just
about
Will Smith.
when I think about steampunk, I think of OG steampunk because I know all these white people are thinking OG steampunk. So get on my face with all that.
Oh man, we're cooked, guys.
Anyways,
GGs.
so Clockwork Revolution, best trailer of the show, not even close.
Nah, me boy
Then
got it.
Grounded 2's announcement. I already expected Grounded 2 to be here. What I didn't expect is for it to be out next month. That was crazy. So the fact that we're gonna be playing Grounded 2 next month, that was also one of the best announcements.
Yeah, being grounded in 1 month is not happening.
Town Life was crazy. The fact that you gonna be skateboarding in that hole.
Yeah, that skateboard.
They were showing off all the new weapons as well, bro. Can't wait for that one. Did not finish it again.
Hey, Don, what's your over under on the steampunk game being better than Kojima's game?
Over, not even close. What the fuck? Why would you even ask me that?
I don't know. It looked kind of good.
It's over.
I think
there's no way that Kojima would ever make a game as good as this. I'll say that right now.
Nah, it looks good. It looks better. It looks better than Death Stranding to me. I'm not gonna lie. I got a cooler theme to it, I think.
Because this is actually
You're
a
talking
game.
about the girl in the space, the black girl in the space.
Bro, did Clockwork have a release? What's the release date for
In due
Clockwork?
time. Can't stand these guys.
Oh man.
All right, so Clear Obscure still might get game of the year.
Oh yeah, this ain't coming out this year.
Hey, for the record, this game might be the Death Stranding killer. That's all.
He talking about Death Stranding. There's nobody's trying to kill Death Stranding. Death Stranding is the Death Stranding killer. Nobody cares.
Kojima, I'm sorry, the throne has been taken. That's all.
And plus, this game is not even coming out this year. So why would it have anything to do with Death Stranding?
Hey man, look, I'll compare where I compare and how I compare is how I compare, bro. Simple as that.
But yeah, so Clockwork Revolution stole the show. I'm trying to think of other announcements that they had. Then they pulled up with Grounded 2 right after that. Chronos, the New Dawn, that's still looking good. Really the only lulls in the show was like how they always do every show off Elder Scrolls Online, show off Sea of Thieves. Like, bro, I don't care about none of that shit. Stop pulling these niggas out every time.
Come on, let's play Sea of Thieves.
Those are the commercials. When you see that, think of it as a commercial.
At first I was looking at that No Ghost game, and I was like, yeah, bro, another one of these OCD ass games. Y'all got it. But then they kept showing off more. I was like, oh, hold on. They got some mystery. They got puzzles. They got some. Hold on. They got monsters in this hole. They got action. Oh, hold on. And I was like, yeah, they got me. They got me on that one. Don't Nod showed up with a Jusant in space with a black astronaut woman. That one looked alright, I guess. I'll play it, I guess. We'll see, maybe.
Cap, you know you're not playing that, but I understand the sentiment.
Planet of Lana 2. Didn't expect that one, but that was a good. Oh, okay. Here's another big one. So there was a game from EVR Studio called Project TH. I think that was the code name. And we didn't know what platforms it was coming to, but that shit looked crazy. In the like when they were showing early footage of it. But now we got the full name, and we got like a real trailer for it here called Mudang. And that hoe is also one of the highlights, like probably top 3 of the show. And it's a third person stealth action game. Even though like it looked like you play as 2 different characters. One of them is a Mary Jane with a stun gun type of shit where she not doing all the crazy shit. But the other guy has like, it seems like he has some kind of special powers. But that shit look visceral. Like it got some kind of zombie kind of element going on where you just shooting at, like, I can think they're being mind controlled or something, and they're coming out after you, like you're trying to take down this government. That shit look cool as fuck. Like the graphically, the gameplay, the stealth elements, all of that shit look live. This is the one that you can say Kojima could never, like, because where's Kojima at with Metal Gear Solid?
Bro,
this is the one that you can compare. But yeah, this whole look crazy. Actually, it does feel more like a Splinter Cell than it does a Metal Gear Solid for sure. But yeah, Mudang.
No Splinter Cell news.
Yeah, no Splinter Cell.
I thought they were just was they teasing something about Splinter Cell like a week. Like why would they do that?
Bro, Ubisoft.
Hey, it's the year of the trolls, man. These game companies gonna keep on trolling us.
It's exhausting, bro.
Bro. So, because I was thinking like, okay, Ubisoft wouldn't be at the show because every game that they had, at the beginning, Sarah Bond came out and she said every game here is gonna be Xbox Play Anywhere. We know Ubisoft games are not Xbox Play Anywhere because you have to go through the Ubisoft Uplay,
portal,
the Ubisoft Connect, whatever it's called, to play their games.
Bro, that shit's so bullshit, bro. That's so bullshit, bro.
They all do that though. EA got one,
bro. I ain't gonna lie. Ubisoft is I don't like their portal, bro, for some reason, bro.
They probably do got like the weakest. Solo leveling, who cares? It looked alright, I guess. Animo, it might do something. I ain't gonna lie. There's a. At first, I was like, oh, this is one of them. I was like, where's Chuck to say that this is the best game that they show?
Hey, come on,
because this is that Infinite Nikki type of shit. But once they started showing some combat and stuff, I was like, okay, hold on, we might got something here.
Out?
Yeah, that whole been out, and it's on Steam.
It's free on
At first it was on Epic, now it's on Steam. I don't see him.
On Steam now?
Yeah, I don't see him.
You don't see him playing it? That's crazy.
So yeah, Animo. Then Tony Hawk. No, he announced himself. He said, "My name is Tony Hawk Pro Skater." I'm like, nigga, you just had to change your name to Tony Hawk Pro Skater, cause. But yeah, he came out talking about 3 and 4. They announced that the Ninja Turtles are gonna be added. That was live.
That's actually kind of cool. I like actual skateboard representation.
And then the creators of 33 Immortals got a new Metroidvania that looks pretty cool. And it was basically showing that when you're fighting bosses, you'll be making when you're fighting a boss, you'll be making choices during the boss fight. Like you'll have dialogue options.
You know who be a cool character for Tony Hawk, bro? The Silver Surfer.
That would actually.
Bro, why haven't they added?
He should have been in there before Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Bro, he makes way more sense. He makes way more sense,
bro. And then the fact that they got the movie Final Fantasy. I said Final Fantasy, Fantastic Four coming out.
Fantastic Four. What?
Hey, Tony Hawk, you got to pay us $3 million for this idea. I'm sorry, you came up with it.
But yeah, so this game looked pretty cool. It had that same kind of art style as 33 Immortals, that really painterly feeling kind of, but it's 2D side scrolling instead of the isometric. The animations for the combat look good. It looked like there's some deck building elements to it as well. It's definitely different, but the part that was cool was that I guess you're fighting your family or something, and it's like when they clash,
or some shit.
So like when you clash with them, you'll make choices. And depending on your dialogue options, depending on your dialogue options, it might change how the story. Yeah, you might be able to talk no jutsu them, or maybe you'll just end up killing them.
That's crazy.
But I like that though. That adds replayability. Like I'm gonna be in the first playthrough, and then I'll be nice the second playthrough just to see what happens or something.
Could you play the whole story with her with black hair?
I like the theme.
I think when she pulls out the sword, she turns like her hair turns white. Yeah,
I like the theme so far for this. Show. See, that's what I was saying during the PlayStation showcase. Everything was just so dark and cinematic and orchestral. Like, I'm glad it added a little bit of color and flavor with this shit, man.
Yeah, they showed Gears Reloaded, but they did not show Gears E-Day, which is kind of disappointing. But it's still, I guess, Gears E-Day is next year. We probably gonna see it in January or at the Game Awards. But yeah, Gears Reloaded look good. I'm gonna play through it, obviously. Another one though, big reveal: Persona 4 Revival, the remake of Persona 4, arguably the best Persona game in the series. Probably the one that was the real pop off for Persona.
So it's a re-rock.
Yes, but the best kind of re-rock because that game was a PS2 game.
Okay. All right. Yeah, some people they'll get mad at this re-rock. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm gonna just let it rock without the re.
But they barely showed any gameplay. They just showed.
How many times have they re-rocked this game?
They've done. Technically, Persona 4. What was it called? Golden was not a. It was just a port of Persona 4 with some extra content.
Okay.
From the PS2 to the Vita, but this is a full remake.
And it's called Revival. They're gonna change the story up. I bet you. Whenever they put words like Revival, they're gonna switch it up, and you're not gonna know what's gonna happen.
Well, they're gonna pull up Final Fantasy VII.
Bro, I'm telling you, that's what the RPGs. That's what they gotta do now.
All right, so then this one came out of nowhere because you just see. Wait, first off, the announcer was like world premiere, and we were like, what the fuck? We were like, bro, why he just cuts for no reason? And then you just see Invincible getting thrown through a car, killing some man, and you're like, hold on. So then you see him fighting his father and some other Viltrumites, and then you see Adam Eve, and I forgot who else had showed up to help him. But then you see all three on one side and all three on the other side. I was like, oh, it's a fighting game, bro.
That's crazy.
So them doing the Into the Spider-Verse as frame is crazy.
Yeah. Like the
I hate,
skips.
I hate this art style now, bro. It's like, bro.
It is starting to. It's
Like
starting
South of Midnight, bro.
insist
South of
upon
Midnight,
itself a little bit.
it was cool, but like, bro, like now I'm like, bro.
It is
Stop it.
insisting upon itself. I'll say that much a little bit.
It's the best.
No,
Like with the claymation of South of Midnight, it was cool, but like, bro, nah, bro, stop it.
Yeah, so you see 3 on one side, 3 on the other. I was like, oh yeah, bro, it's a fighting game. And then they showed off the gameplay. I was like, yeah, bro,
Oh
this
yeah,
this is
everybody
also
playing as Rex-
this is also a
everybody
sick
playing as
one.
Rex Floyd.
I'm not gonna play this because I know the Viltrumites are gonna be way too cheap. Everybody, it's gonna be 3 Viltrumites every time you play. Like, who wants to go through that? I don't.
But yeah, the game looks sick. The fact that the I just realized that she gotta fucking get over here with her hair.
With her hair, yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely it's like a mix of Injustice and Marvel vs. Capcom.
Marvel vs. Capcom, yeah.
Like the fighting style. I like the little clash at the beginning, like they do in Injustice. They did a good job with this one, Skybound
And
games.
fatalities.
Yeah, and they got fatalities in this whole.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
His name is Bulletproof, man.
Black Invincible.
Black Invincible. Come on.
I haven't finished the second season, but yeah, this whole look live. You just see them just bodying at the ends of the fight. So
is
yeah,
this about to be the year?
so that was a good ass surprise.
Finishes is kind of fast. Them hoes go by fast.
Is this the year of the superhero fighter?
I guess so.
It's looking like it.
We just need
Where's
DC to pop up.
Injustice?
That's what I'm saying. Where is DC
Injustice.
at?
Where
I mean,
you at,
I
man?
wouldn't want Injustice. I want if it's gonna be Injustice, they got to do something way better than what they did with Mortal Kombat 1.
Nah, see, Mortal Kombat 1 was supposed to be Injustice.
Why don't they just do another? Why don't they just do another DC versus Mortal Kombat, bro? Like instead of doing Injustice, just go back to DC versus
Bro,
Mortal
Mortal Kombat 1 was supposed to be Injustice, but NetherRealm was like, Warner Brothers was like, hey, yeah.
Warner Brothers didn't know what the fuck. Warner Brothers didn't know what was gonna happen to them. That's why they were like, you know what, we switching it up. Let's just go Mortal Kombat because we actually own that.
Didn't Mortal Kombat 1 come out like around the same time The Flash came out?
I have no idea actually.
Or nah?
I think The Flash came out a year or two
The
before.
Flash fucked up their PR kind of bad. I am not gonna lie.
Flash did fuck shit up.
But yeah, we finally got the announcements of Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy 16 coming to Xbox. That was a given. But also, they're not coming to Game Pass, so I really don't care. Either way.
Yeah, I'm not, bro. Isn't like Final Fantasy like cheap as hell?
Yes.
Yeah,
and if I'm gonna pay for it, I'm gonna pay for it on the Switch, not on Xbox.
Xbox. Nah, I feel you on that.
Even though I already have it on PC, so it's not like I was gonna play it on my Xbox anyway.
Bro, you know what's funny? Like Final Fantasy 7 went to like PlayStation Plus. Was it PlayStation Plus? I forget what it was. Like literally like 6 months after it dropped. I'm like, bro. Well, not 6 months, like maybe like a year.
But besides Grounded 2, the only new Xbox game world premiere was The Keeper from Double Fine, the creators of Psychonauts 2. And just like Double Fine, this is not a normal game at all. I don't know how to feel about this game. It looks cool. It looks like Double Fine for sure. But I don't understand it. So I gotta see more of this. But I trust Double Fine at the same time.
I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
You're a walking lighthouse.
The art look reminds me of South of Midnight, but I'm good on the gameplay if I'm a walking
Bro, I
light.
ain't gonna lie. This showcase so far is way more brighter and colorful than the PlayStation one, easily.
I'm good on the gameplay.
That's all I'm
just
saying. Like, they're
platform,
actually
bro.
doing weird shit, and I kind of appreciate it, man. It ain't a Souls like.
Did we even see a Souls like?
I didn't see not one.
I don't think we've seen a single Souls like.
Clap. Everybody clap.
Bro, I know. We need an applause button for real because
Too
bro,
much.
There was too much. The PlayStation
Not
had too
hating
much,
on
bro.
it, but just too much.
Yeah, I'm not even hating on it either. But it's like, bro, we could do other things. Like y'all don't have to.
A lot of
adventure,
action adventures.
Fighting games, bro.
Yeah, like straight. We got straight character action games like the solo leveling game, and we got the Game Freak character action game, but no Souls like. Yeah, Blood of the Dawnwalker.
That's so.
Anime games.
Nah, that one.
Anime games haven't been cookie cutter anime games, so I'm glad about that, bro. I'm glad they're not.
Also,
doing
it's
cookie
good
cutter anime
seeing anime games that's not fucking Cyber Connect. Cyber Connect 2,
Spike Chunsoft,
Bandai Namco. Every time I see them three, I'm like, bro, stop. I already know what it looks like before I even see it.
They all look the same.
They're all the same, bro. They're all the same, bro.
I blame Naruto.
All right, so let's look at the Jeff Keighley. Jeff Keighley always put out the poll. How do we rate the show? So 32% A, 35% B, 19% C, 14% D, which is
like
pretty positive. Mostly A and B, but most like B is winning. Which I think B is where I'm at with it. I just feel like it was a lot of stuff that we already knew about. But we got some really good looks at them. Like Clockwork Revolution, I knew it was gonna be here. I didn't think it was gonna be that good. And then like Black Ops 7, just that trailer was just so surprising. Outer Worlds 2
it was Quantum Break. I was like,
bro, that's
man.
Like I've never looked at a Call of Duty, and then the fact that it's the last game.
You're not lying though.
Like, bro, that trailer threw me.
It was a good trailer.
That was a good ass trailer. Like the butterfly. I'm over here like, bro, what games? I'm like, Life is Strange.
Yeah, exactly.
Life is Strange is the only game I can think of with a butterfly.
Was fucking me up. That shit was fucking me up. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm like, it has to be an Xbox game because they don't end the show with somebody else's game. That don't make any sense. And I'm like, but I didn't even realize Call of Duty wasn't even in the show yet. Like, because usually I'm expecting Call of Duty to be here at some point.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
Yeah, so let me read the other showcases, his polls, because let's see what they rated Summer Game Fest. So Summer Game Fest, it was 23% A, 32% B, 23% C, and 22% D. So that one was like super even. But for the most part, most people said B, but not as positive as not as many A's, not as many B's, more C's and D's for the Summer Game Fest overall, which aligns with what I said. I think it's like 7.5. I'm gonna say the Xbox show for me was like an 8.5. I just wish there was a little bit more like new games.
I'm happy. Look, that was a way better showcase than PlayStation and Summer Game. Well, all right. If I had to rate it, this would be number 1.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask everyone.
2. Summer Game Fest would be number 2, and PlayStation would be number 3.
So the state of play, it was 24% A, 27% B, 21% C, and 28% D. So the majority said D. But
that's like an even spread almost.
Yeah, but it's also that one's also like super even.
Yeah, like everybody, like 20% every way you look at it, like mixed reviews, I guess.
Yeah. So definitely the Xbox show has the most positive reactions to it, and plus it helps that now the PlayStation dudes don't have to like, oh, I'm not getting these games. F D.
Oh wow!
Because they get into games now, so it's like okay,
yeah, they're cool with it.
They definitely Xbox definitely showed the most AAA, AA looking games out of everybody. Even though they had a few indies, there was definitely less indies than the other shows. A lot of their games look really good, but also most of them were first party, and they definitely showed out with that. But yeah, I think it's an 8.5. I think it's the Xbox show, number 1. Then number 2 is the Summer Game Fest, and then number 3 is the PlayStation State of Play. Which I also heard the Future Game Show. Future Game Show was good, but I haven't watched it, so I don't know. But some of the announcements from it was pretty good from what I saw.
I seen someone hating on it yesterday, but I was gonna bring that
Yeah,
up.
I was watching the was it Avoid in the Puddle watching?
See, I didn't want to. You know what?
I be watching Avoid in the Puddle like a motherfucker. I ain't. It's grumpy ass.
But yeah, Mars, how do you rate the showcases? I know you ain't fully watched this showcase, but
this show, the Xbox showcase, I'll take your word for it. I gave the PlayStation one was it a 7 or 7.5?
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah, so I guess
and then you said Summer Game Fest was an 8. I remember that. You said a solid 8.
What?
You gave Summer Game Fest a solid 8.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'll get this one an 8 also.
Okay. All right.
Riveting.
Ace, from what you saw, how are you rating the 3 shows?
8.1.
He outdid you by 0.1.
Xbox.
Okay. And then how you rating them?
8 or 8.2. So, hey.
7.6. PlayStation 0.69. I'll give PlayStation a 7.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, I gave PlayStation a 6. Right? Or was it a 7?
You switched it. You said 7, but I don't remember what you gave it the first time.
Wait, what was the we watched 3 we watched 3 things, right?
Yeah, 3.
What was the other one?
Summer Game Fest, the Jeff Keighley one.
Yeah, was he wearing the yellow shoes?
Everything was like a 7, or you feel me? A 7.
Nah,
8.
Summer Game Fest was better than PlayStation, but it wasn't better than Xbox. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, honestly, there were like.
Oh, they weren't bad.
I would say Xbox was the most consistent, where it really wasn't like any points where I was just like, bro, hurry to shit. The PlayStation show and Summer Game Fest, I was there was points in the show where I was like, yeah, y'all not doing it.
It's not like last year where they showed a whole bunch of re-rock nobody asked for, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, bro, how many times you gonna do Until Dawn, bro? Get that shit out of my face, bro.
Yeah, the Xbox show last year, I gave it 10 out of 10. Like that was perfect show. That was when they showed Gears E-Day, Expedition 33. They had, what else did they have, bro? That was when they showed, bro. Why am I blanking? That was the Black Ops 6 Direct. That held the Black Ops 6 Direct. That was Starfield, Shattered Space, Indiana Jones. I'm trying to think, but they had a shit ton last year. Like,
did they show both the 33s? Like they
showed 33 Immortals and Expedition 33.
Expedition 33.
Persona, that was the Persona 3 Reload, and Metaphor Refantazio was there. Like they had a shit ton in the last year, and it was like banger after banger after banger. I feel like this one had less Game Pass announcements.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, I just saw a tweet that had compiled everything and what was in Game Pass, what wasn't. So let me see that. But let me see. Because some of the games I expected to be in Game Pass, like Final Fantasy, wasn't in Game Pass. That Mudang, I was expecting that one to be a Game Pass drop, and it wasn't. Let me see. All right, so Invincible wasn't Game Pass. Beast of Reincarnation was Game Pass. A Game Freak game going into Game Pass. Crazy. Planet of Lana 2 is Game Pass. Solo Leveling wasn't Game Pass. Aphelion, that was Game Pass. Super Meat Boy 3D. I can't remember if that one was or not. All right, so these are the ones coming to Game Pass. So obviously Clockwork Revolution, that's first party. Grounded 2, that's first party. Beast of Reincarnation, that's the Game Freak game. Ninja Gaiden 4, first party. There Are No Ghosts at the Grand, that's Game Pass. At Fate's End, that's the 33 Immortals developer game. Aphelion, Planet of Lana 2. Super Meat Boy 3D, that's Game Pass. Resonance, a Plague Tale Legacy, that's Game Pass. Outer Worlds 2, High on Life 2. Black Ops 7, The Keeper, Persona 4 Revival, and Gears of War Reloaded.
They dropping another Plague Tale?
Yes, but this one's in the past. That's the one with the ancient Greece in the Colosseum.
Oh, that was that ancient. Okay. I need to play the first one though.
But yeah, 16 games in Game Pass out of I don't know how many, but I think it was solid. But hold on real quick. Y'all keep talking.
Yeah. He says 16 in Game Pass. Hey, that's 16 games.
How many games was there?
Hey, that's 16 games a nigga ain't gotta buy. You feel me? Like, bro, bro, when it comes to Game Pass, you use it like that. Like, how many games am I gonna beat them? How much do they cost outside of Game Pass? Let me add that up. How much Game Pass costs? All right. If it's more than what Game Pass costs, I'm gonna just have it on Game Pass. If it's less, then I'm just gonna buy the game. But yeah, man.
I would also like to say that because of Game Pass, I'd be buying games. Funny enough. It's strange.
Yeah, I mean, some games don't stay on Game Pass forever. Like
but if I like a game, I know like it ain't gonna be there. Like or like you know, like the company's in some weird shit with fucking whatchamacallit. You know.
Yeah, if the game's on Game Pass for a few months, then that hoe's gone off of Game Pass. You're like, all right, bro, I might just buy this hoe.
Yeah, like bro, like what games did I buy from? That was on Game Pass. And I just bought anyway. Yeah, like Minecraft and shit. I bought that shit. I ain't getting on Game Pass. There's a couple games I be buying like that beyond Game Pass, and you know, like it's whatever.
Oh yeah, also surprising. No Minecraft Dungeons 2. That was a big rumored one.
Oh man, honestly, with the whatchamacallit, the movie, yeah, it should have came.
All right, so the ones that aren't in Game Pass that was announced today. Actually, I guess it wasn't that many. It was Chronos: The New Dawn, Animo, the Pokemon kind of looking game, the 2 Final Fantasy games, Solo Leveling, Mudang, Invincible Versus, and yeah, that's the ones that aren't coming to Game Pass. Oh, and Blood of the Dawnwalker, the vampire game from the CD Projekt Red developers.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say that's like 1/3 of what they showed. Not too bad. But yeah, the Outer Worlds Direct definitely made me more excited for the Outer Worlds, and I was already excited for Grounded 2, but they definitely showed enough improvements over the first one that I'm really excited for when that comes out. Mounts is crazy. The fact that they're going way deeper into the RPG and like building your character, yeah, I'm here for that. I'm actually kind of disappointed that it's the same characters. I thought it was going to be different, or at least we'd be able to create our own characters, but also fuck with it because we can kind of see how they've changed over the years. So I'm okay with that too.
There's going to be a lot of dialogue too.
Yeah.
I don't need every game to be a created character game because creating the character takes up a lot of time, bro.
Just don't be chiseling your jaw and puffing your cheeks.
No, I just be wanting to try to make them slightly resemble me, bro. Like I just be wanting to make my character slightly resemble me, man. He ain't gotta look exactly like me.
But yeah, any final thoughts or anything y'all want to add before we wrap up the Xbox Game Show? Cause, and I guess Summer Game Fest week.
Like I said, you out here complaining that there ain't no games. Hey, you a damn lie. You a damn lie.
Damn lie.
You just hate games. Hey, go out there and play some sports if you don't like all these games that's coming out, bro.
Now, only thing I'm just hoping that we get that Nintendo Direct sometime next week or this week actually, because it's Sunday.
Wait, are we due for Nintendo Direct?
There was rumors that we were gonna get a Nintendo Direct the week after Summer Game Fest and all that. So hopefully we get it this week.
I'd say next week. They're gonna be like, y'all enjoyed the Switch 2? And then they're gonna go crazy.
Like, all right,
Bro,
what else we got cooking?
How do you like Mario Kart so far?
As a Mario Kart game, is good for sure.
I like it better than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe already.
So
but I don't know if I like it like that.
The Mario Kart parts of the game are definitely better than Mario Kart 8 gameplay wise, and also I like the design of the map so far. Obviously, it's not going to beat.
It feels so much wider.
Yeah, it's not going to beat the sheer amount of maps as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because that game had a shit ton of DLC. But gameplay wise, it feels better. I like how the maps work and like the transition between the maps is cool. Especially if you play online or you play versus, where it's not just the set 4. You actually get to pick and choose. Like, you basically make your own routes.
The rolling starts had me going crazy, bro. I did not know what the fuck was happening. I was like, bro, they got rolling starts now? That's crazy.
The open world is probably the one that's like I'm half and half on. I'm not fully enjoying it yet. And part of it is because they don't have a way of tracking what missions you've done and where they were. So like I'm just going around like randomly. I'm like, have I gotten all the ones in this area yet? I don't know because
it's almost as if you're exploring Mario Kart World.
So anyways,
not like that.
I don't know. There needs to be a little bit more structure than what we have in that game. That's all I feel. But the missions are actually kind of hard. I ain't gonna lie. Tim Hoes was whooping my ass. But yeah, it's good though. Knockout Tour, definitely one of the highlights.
That was kind of fun. I like Knockout Tour. But it's frustrating when you get knocked out. I don't like that part. But
it's frustrating when you lose, obviously.
It is though, man.
But look, all I'm gonna say, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
They got Joker.
It's not. It's over for you, bro.
They got Joker.
Look, all I'm gonna say is when I was playing that beta for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, I never went past 5th place. Like, I was always 1st, 2nd, 3rd. And then occasionally I'll be 4th or 5th. Mario Kart World, I'll be lucky if I'm in 5th.
23. 23.
Bro,
I was in 3rd place and got knocked down to 23rd, bro. I almost spazzed out.
Bro, when I say if you in 1st, the moment you get hit, you're not gonna be in 2nd or 3rd. You're not gonna be in 4th or 5th. You're gonna be in 16th and below.
Bro, that shit is.
You gonna keep getting hit.
And then another thing, bro. If you're in a pack, yeah, you're not going nowhere.
Oh yeah, you're done.
You're done.
I can tell that.
Bro, what? Bro, there'd be like 8 people just bunched up together, and they're all just doing flips and shit.
And they got weapons
around and shit, bro.
Bro, all I'm gonna say is if you can't grind or wall ride, right now it's okay because everyone's still learning. A year from now, If you don't know how to wall ride or grind, you are not winning any races. I'm telling you that now, because that is gonna be the key. That's gonna be the skill gap. Depending on if you know how to do the jumps, you know how to do the grinding and wall riding.
See, even the grinding,
But that shit is
like,
hard.
Bro, that shit is hard because you just auto grind. Like you just roll on grind.
No.
Then next you know you're grinding.
But not not all of them have a roll on. Sometimes you gotta jump onto them, so you have to be prepared to jump.
Oh, really?
You have to prepare your jump.
I did not think about that.
Yeah. So, and then the thing is, I always mess up because your jump is your drift button, but you have to you basically have to start the jump without moving left or right. Because if you move left or right, you go into a drift instead. So you really gotta pay attention to that.
You gotta angle the jump before you jump.
All I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
you gotta
is
start
this
the
game is
jump
different.
and then start moving left and right.
This game's very different from Mario Kart 8, but I think I like it already more than Mario Kart 8.
But you said less Tony Hawk stuff. I'm not gonna let
the same guy that
I'm
said
not gonna let
F
that
Mario.
slide.
Wait, no. Wait, hold on. Wait. No. When this guy threw away his box, wasn't he the one saying "fuck Mario Kart World"?
All right, did you find the code or what happened? How are you playing Mario Kart?
This nigga trolled y'all niggas, bro. Damn.
Oh, for real? Yeah, fuck that guy.
Oh man, I didn't try. I went back to Best Buy and I jumped in there.
Man, don't believe it, dude.
Oh, I'm supposed to believe that one, but besides the other one.
Hey, I was either pay $80 or jump in that dumpster. I jumped in that dumpster.
I ain't gonna lie, if somebody actually
He
did
said,
that shit
"Fuck
there.
that game." I seen him playing it yesterday. I'm like, look at this sick individual.
But yeah, it'd be great if I had friends to play with on my Switch too.
All right, so now since you said that bullshit, this is the next question: is it worth right now getting the Switch 2?
Look, I'm gonna tell you. Look, if if you have the income for it, yeah, for sure, because you're gonna play. Obviously, the game's gonna come. But right now, if you like really want it to hit, I would say you have to be at least like 70% of a as much of a Nintendo fan as I am.
If you can afford it, hey.
Because right now, as far as new games, you got Mario Kart and Welcome Tour. I'm not gonna recommend Welcome Tour to you.
If you want to play Street Fighter handheld, and you got the money for
or you really want to play third-party games like Cyberpunk and Street Fighter in handheld mode. Like if you just that hardcore of a handheld type of guy.
Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. I bet Mortal Kombat
But
play better on.
I will say,
on 2 than it does on
the Switch 2 editions of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, night and day, bro. Like it. I'm really about to replay Breath of the Wild because it was. But Pokemon Scarlet. I'm literally playing Pokemon Scarlet. I'm literally playing Pokemon Scarlet because it's not even close.
Don, why is it that the vouchers are still available in the eShop?
Yeah, we knew that.
I thought they got rid of the vouchers, dude.
No, there's no vouchers for Switch 2 games, but Switch 1 games there are vouchers.
Oh, so I can get Tears of the Kingdom and whatchamacallit?
Yeah.
Oh, hey man.
But also, look, you can either buy like the vouchers still work for Switch 1 games, even the upcoming ones. So Pokemon Legends, you can pay $70 for the Switch 2 edition, or you can buy the voucher, get the Switch 1 edition for $50, and then upgrade for $10, and you get it for $60. So technically, you can still save the $10 if it's a cross platform game.
I thought they took it away, bro. I thought they took that shit away, bro.
Gold coins went away forever. Like gold coins are gone, but
I did spend it. I got Baba's Youth. I forgot.
I mean, you can still spend the ones you have, but you just won't earn anymore. But gold coins are gone. It's just
platinum coins.
Yeah, platinum coins are still there. Those are the ones you earn for doing missions and rewards and stuff. But it's just that vouchers are only for Switch 1 games right now. But I just think that they're waiting before they do a Switch 2 voucher that's gonna be like $120 instead of the $99.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like they're gonna still put in a deal. Like people are talking about drop the price. Bitch, let them. Like, yeah, let them drop some games. They'll drop the price, do a bundle or something. You know.
But yeah,
Hey,
that's my.
I'll be right back. I gotta
Yeah,
do something real
right. That's my Switch 2 thoughts right now. I don't think if you, unless you're like the biggest Mario Kart fan ever, I don't see any point of you just jumping on it or like trying to fight to get one right now. Like,
But I think they didn't sell out though.
You're getting it for
well,
Mario.
they had a shit ton of stock.
Yeah, you're getting it for Mario, or you're getting it for the better graphics on the games that you do have.
Yeah.
Which one?
And I've been testing
I heard
out.
they did good with stocking.
Yeah, bro. So just to put it into context, the PS4 shipped 1 million units in the first year, or sorry, not the first year, the first week or day, whatever it's supposed to be, and that was the record, 1 million. Nintendo has shipped 3 million in the first day. So that's how much stock that they have compared to any other release that we've seen. So
Bro, when you're the company that's known for having the cheaper console, people are gonna get the console, even if it doesn't have, bro. Even if it's only Mario Kart, they're gonna get the console because they know that there's gonna be games. They already got old games. Like, so some people probably got Mortal Kombat on there, and they're like, bro, I can play my Mortal Kombat finally, and that whole don't look like that. You feel me? Like, bro,
yeah,
like,
so I've been testing out a bunch of games that just didn't run good. So stuff like Mario Rabbids, that game runs at a stable. Bayonetta 3 runs at a stable 60 FPS max resolution. Astro Chain, that whole like stable. Everything that didn't run good and I kind of dropped off because of the performance, I've been playing now, and I'm like, oh yeah, bro, this is it. I still haven't played TMNT Splinter Fate, even though that one it didn't really drop, but like sometimes that resolution would look really muddy when you get into the action, so I want to see how that looks. But yeah, for that experience, I like if you have a bunch of Switch 1 games that you were just like, yeah, this runs a little too bad. Bro, Mars, do you still have Ark on the Switch?
Yeah, I got Ark on the Switch 1.
Bro, I want you to try that one because I remember that being like one of the worst ones.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I've been like me and Teej went half on the Switch, but I'm really like, hey, you could just keep it at your house type shit.
Yeah.
I just been playing his Switch 1 type shit. Like I did pick up Ark on Switch like recently, and that shit, oh my god, bro, in my eyes, bro. For some reason, I don't know why. That shit's so, bro, it's just so bright. It's just like a flashbang in your eyes, bro. That's it. I can't see no detail of the shit. I'm just seeing light everywhere.
Oh, also Fortnite on the Switch 2 is night and day, bro. That shit was unplayable on the Switch 1, but now that hoe is closer to the Series S version of the game. 60 frames, actual details, you don't see the textures loading while you're dropping. That hoe is good.
So, most definitely.
But yeah, for me, I would say most people should just wait for Donkey Kong in July.
Yeah,
because that's probably the big one. That's like the Mario Odyssey type of game.
Yeah, that's probably when I'm gonna get my Switch type shit. My Switch 2.
But yeah, that's all I have to say on the Switch 2.
Oh yeah, I haven't played Mario Odyssey.
Oh yeah, Mario Odyssey. Honestly, they have an update for it for the Switch 2. I couldn't tell the difference. But Mario Odyssey already looked good, so it's not like I never had an issue with how it looked or ran on the Switch 1. So me seeing it on the Switch 2, I'm like, okay, I guess it's like you don't see those jagged edges. And that's about it. Like you don't see the jaggies on the edges of the characters and stuff. but the game still looks about the same.
I ain't gonna lie, I be noticing that. I be noticing the jagged edges.
Yeah, especially when you play on TV on the Switch. Most games you gonna see them jaggy.
Yeah.
But you can tell the difference between like the Switch One games. They got a free update, like Pokemon versus Zelda. They got the Switch 2 edition that you technically got to pay for, but if you got Nintendo Switch Online, you get it for free.
Okay.
Because they updated the textures also on Zelda, so they didn't just resolution bump and then call it a day like Pokemon did. They put it at 60 frames per second and they upgraded the textures, so you can see like the lighting, the textures, the HDR support. Like you can see a big difference between them. Like the mountains look more like the mountain textures and the grass textures. Even like when you go to the Zora region,
yeah,
they're like they have like reflections on their surfaces and everything that weren't there before. I'm like, okay. So like you can see that they actually put like time into those ones, which is why they cost. Versus Pokemon, they're like, okay, we just gonna unlock the frame rate to 60 instead of 30, and we just go resolution bump to 4K, but we're not gonna touch any textures, we're not gonna touch any lighting. It's still gonna be so like that's why the textures still look ass. But it looks it's playable for sure. Like it's playable now.
That's all the nigga asked for.
So yeah, that's my Switch 2 experience so far. I just been testing out a bunch of games. I haven't really sat down and tried to like just go all in on Mario Kart yet, because I just been like, oh yeah, let me try out this game. I remember this one. But yeah, that's all. Anything else before we wrap up?
Nah, that's about it for me. I think T stepped out for a second.
Yeah. I with that is it. That is all we have for you guys today. Thank you all for tuning in to our streams of all these Summer Game Fest showcases. This is the final one, tentatively. Unless Nintendo pop up, but yeah. If you enjoyed our live reactions, make sure you guys hit that like, because we love you guys and it helps us grow this channel. If you're not subscribed, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you can stay updated for when Project Untitled or Dual Wheel Gaming Podcast goes live. And with that, let's get them outros out the way. You're on Spitta. Where can we find you? What you got going on? Appreciate you for showing up.
You're on Spitta on everything. What am I about to be doing? I'm about to be waiting for games. That's just sad.
You just gotta wait now. Why are you already waiting?
I have to wait for. I want to say his name. I have to wait for the Tiger King. Why did I even say that? Tiger Uppercut. I don't want to say his name so we don't get
His name is Sagat.
Oh man, look at him. Yeah, but yeah, you're on Spitta on everything. Street Fighter, Capcom, Valorant. That's all I'm gonna be playing. I need to start back streaming.
I ain't gonna lie.
I need a second dock, bro. I was trying to get a second dock for my Switch 2, but I'm over here like, okay, so the dock for the Switch 2 has a fan in it, but like the Switch 1, it doesn't have a fan. So like, I got one of them like cheap ones that's just wires. Like it's just you just plug it in and you don't have to actually like sit it in the dock, right? How they have those for the Switch 2 already, but how is it gonna work without the fan? Like, is my shit gonna overheat?
Yeah.
If I try to do that shit without the fan on it. But the Switch 2 dock is $120, bro. Like, I'm not about to pay $120 for it, because I need a dock so I can hook it up to my.
I mean, if it run perfectly fine handheld, it shouldn't need a fan. You feel me?
But when you dock it,
when it's docked,
it ups everything.
It runs more processing power.
Yeah, it ups the processor, ups the GPU. Everything is increased so that it can hit 4K / whatever resolution it's trying to hit.
It needs to have some. I don't know.
So that's what I'm like. So like this is the one that I have.
It has to have some software to know like the temperature. Like you feel me? Hey,
yeah.
Wait, what are y'all talking about?
So this is the one I have for my Switch 1, and you literally just plug it in, plug it into the wall. You just plug it into the wall, and then the USB-C hooks up to your Switch, and it docks.
Yeah.
That's all you need. So now I'm over here like, and then obviously the HDMI hooks to whatever screen. So, but there's no fan in the Switch 1, so it don't really matter. But now I'm like, okay, they have the second version for the Switch 2, the same exact one. I'm like, bro, I feel like that shit going overheat or something. So I'm waiting for reviews just to see what people are saying. Well, I'm not about to be the first one to jump on that shit.
Don't do it. Just wait, bro. Wait, give it like 6 months, 3 to 6 months at least, bro. You don't want to, unless Nintendo's gonna reimburse you on that $550, that's including tax, system you spent. So I won't even risk.
Oh,
it.
you tried to bypass buying our dock and save money? Yeah, you're not getting that refund playboy.
Hey, what's that? That meme of Stewie and the Brian jumping out the building and just blows up 1 billion times? That's what Nintendo's gonna do to your Switch. They're gonna blow it up. Blow up your house too.
But yeah, man. Spirit of Truth, Lord Morris. Where can we find you? What you got going on?
You can find me at Twitch at the Lord Mars with a Z, not an S. You feel me? And you can also find me at YouTube at Lord Mars Gaming, also with a Z, no S's on our chests around here. And I will be playing either Elden Ring or Expedition 33 because I gotta finish those 2 games. We're gonna be, you feel me, rotating both games. So yeah, come check me out. You feel me?
No doubt. All right. Tej McSteez, where can we find you? What you got going on?
I am on Twitch, primarily Deadshot Tej, and maybe on Twitter, maybe not. I don't know. I haven't really been on Twitter like that lately. Twitter's just too, I don't know. Everybody always bitching about something. It's depressing. But besides that, I'm on twitch.tv, Deadshot Tej. Catch me there. We're playing Mario Kart. If you got Mario Kart, I'll beat your ass in that game. I'm saying it with my chest. And that's it.
Don't be lying to my people.
I want to play Don. I want to play Don in Mario Kart, but he's scary. He just want to play with his girl. So, you know,
bro, I've never been playing with my girl.
Women. You want to pick on women. You know, hey, whatever.
But
wait, you haven't played with your girl?
Nah. Like I said, my girl been sick, so she hasn't been wanting to play anything.
Wait, with COVID?
Nah. We'll talk after the show.
I'm not even gonna ask. Yeah, all right, yeah.
But as for myself, Don Otaku, you can find me on Twitter at F3ET. You can find me on twitch.tv/Don Solo whenever I figure out this doc situation. Oh. And you can also find me right here on YouTube, Don Otaku, where not only are we doing Project Entitled Gaming Podcast every Saturday, Dual Wield Gaming Podcast every Thursday, with my co-host Bagels. So yeah, and also check out my articles on lordsofgaming.net. If you're looking for a new game to go with your Mario Kart World on the Switch 2, I just put out my Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma review, the Switch 1 version, but it basically will tell you all you need to know about the Switch 2 version as well. And also, is that it? I think so.
She gave up.
Yeah, I think that is it. I don't know why I was thinking I had something else.
All right, subscribe, like the video, subscribe. You know, we'll see y'all next week with some more gaming controversial news and stuff. And
yep, we should be back to regular schedule next week.
Don't
so
say that.
Dual
Don't say that.
Wield and Project Entitled on Saturday. So yeah, man.
He's saying back to our regular schedule. As soon as he said that, we're doing a 3 o'clock show. I know, like, bro. I know this guy too well.
Oh well,
But anyway.
yeah, it's definitely. I mean, not that regular schedule. I mean, like we're gonna be doing a show on Saturday, but it is gonna be it's gonna be
Hey, he
later.
needed the wiggle room.
Yeah.
Anyway, get out of here. See y'all next week. Y'all have a wonderful.
Bye bye. Have a beautiful
Peace out,
time.
everybody. Bye.